this. Okay, we're going to do Chris Wong coming up, and he's going to go up against Nephew instead here. But
echelon of results.
So one of the biggest things about Luke is he's got Sandblaster but no Fireball Drive Rush, and he doesn't really have any anti-projectile tools outside of a couple of maybe like Vulcan Blast. That's been one of the better ones. His level 3 if you're in position correctly. Other than that, you try to keep it close range, play some footsies, case in point. There you go. But yeah, just pay attention to Chris Wong's defensive choices. I'm really impressed by what he does on defense.
Constantly, I love just how solid Chris Wong is. These are two extremely solid players, honestly. Remember, Nephew spent a lot of time with Punk, right? Training, honing his ground game, honing his Street Fighter game, but right there, the perfect parry already on display against the projectiles.
He seems super comfortable at perfect parrying the very slow fireballs as well, because 9 times out of 10 people don't, so he's already got the punish ready in his mind. Throws out a low fireball there again. You can see he's got to be careful because Despair can do drive rush into forward throw at a certain point.
And we just saw Nephew kind of drive rush out of the fireball as well, which can throw off your perfect parry timing due to the slight screen freeze from drive rush. Just another thing to keep in mind, but we talked about it, right? Those whiffed Fuha block strings. You can't do that against players of this caliber. Chris Wong, easy punish.
Slow perfect there to 47 seconds. Scared money don't make money. These guys will burn themselves out if it guarantees them the round there. You get to work with drive gauge.
Oh no, Nephew. He actually caught the angles right there, but didn't confirm the way he wanted.
Tried, and he delayed it as well.
That was sick. Chris Wong even taking that into account.
Dude, that's the next layer pass when people are not comfortable throwing.
Oh, double spine buster.
Dude, please do not. I hope that's not going to happen. Please no.
Oh, Chris Wong. Not quite the double P, but very close. It was a perfect and a hood perfect.
Yeah.
Most def right there. Luke put it on. 1-0 already. I mean, that definitely smacked Nephew in the mouth. You talk about having a plan until that happens. We got to see how he adjusts.
Well, this is the thing, right? When you go up against Chris Wong, you are bemused about how he counters all your offensive play. Then he gets the whiff punish. He always has meter to burn himself out and get the kill. This is a full-on optimized Luke player that has just got whiff punished into a Fuha store. And immediately he says, nope, I'm not giving you no momentum there.
Yeah, look at the defensive choices continuing to be on point from these successful players. And even on hit right there, he's ready to press the cross medium kick back, continue his turn. Yeah, Nephew gonna have to pop off. He's sensing the aggression coming out from Chris Wong.
Again, it's Nephew spacing for me. Does he want to play far away? Does he want to play up close? Because again, you're kind of confused as to what to do. What's the best choice? But that was a good choice there. And the forward heavy punch did not connect.
Unfortunately, yeah, didn't actually get the punch on the perfect parry. Now Chris looking to parry some of his own, actually build a decent amount of drive gauge back by holding it.
Well, he's being patient, using the Sandblaster as well, not whiffing anything in this mid-range outside of touch and medium punch. There it is.
No counter, no nothing necessary. Just from that distance, he was already buffering the drive rush behind it. Connects, and my goodness, Chris Wong on set point.
And I love how he waits for it to go super low, so all 6 hits of Vulcan Blast can connect there. He is so poised, so comfortable playing this character.
That boy optimal, bro.
I know. He might redefine the word in the dictionary soon.
All the little things not slipping through the cracks.
See, this is it. You see, he's moving away to try and catch Chris Wong to whiff buttons, but he doesn't really whiff mediums.
Yeah, and Nephew, he even tried to whiff punish with like a drive rush, but the money button, cha-ching, bro, counter poking from big distance.
I'll keep your taxes as well from that. Oh, boy. Gets the drive rush in. Try to go for the stagger pressure. And that's fine, because you don't lose too much drive gauge from blocking lights. No anti-air there. Try to anticipate with the parry. Misses his conversion with the uppercut. That Sandblaster was supposed to be an uppercut, I believe. Can he stun him, though?
Bro, Nephew, he might be really trying to melt this burnout situation before going for the stun, right? Get as much damage as possible.
Yeah, he's going to play with it first before he tries, but Chris Wong has avoided stun.
Straight up overhead.
He's going to have to go for it. Yeah, it's going to have to be level 3, and he didn't go for it.
He did not end up doing it. Yeah, as you mentioned, he burned himself out. Chris Wong about to get his drive meter back as well. Now it's scary for Nephew.
Well, he's pumping level 3 as well.
No flinching, great defense so far.
Good discipline here. And overhead as well. He still has level 3 in the tank, and he's replenished his drive gauge here. No punish. Chris Wong still has his stuff to work with. Overhead opened him up, and that should be the round.
Nephew, the discipline on the defensive side, and then sneaking in the overhead to take the round. That is how you turn around a set.
That takes hours, weeks, days.
Oh, yeah, years of experience, bro.
Listen, man, you've got to do it, especially in this environment at Capcom Cup 10.
Oh, man, no cracking, solidified. Oh,
wow.
But the drive rush suppressor, bro.
First time he introduced that, by the way.
So good at catching people trying to check drive rushes.
And he caught the delayed jab, I think, from Chris Wong. So that was actually a good choice there from Nephew. It worked out.
Perfect space in the Fuha that time. Looks like the tip actually catches the jump out and combos off the drive rush juggle point.
All Alright, gonna go for a Pale Rider to get as much damage here, replenish as much drive gauge as possible. He's in prime position here, Chris Wong, to take the round. Oh, that could have been a grab.
Yeah, and if you woke up with a parry, that's where he bet his money on.
I think he was waiting for a micro stand hard punch or something to gamble on there. Chris Wong.
Oh, and then sniped him with the crouch medium kick yet again. Chris Wong taking it 2-0 over Neff.
Brilliant performance there from general. So
23 years old, so very young.
it may come all at him, like, you know, in an instant flash.
His game down.
Hot take.
Give it to me.
I think these two have the best anti-projectile tools in the game,
Ooh.
which is their level 1s.
Oh,
So
that's a good point.
You might actually
Good
see
point.
both of their level 1s in the mid-range actually being used at some point, if they use the bar for that specific use. But that's my hot take. And he already tried to do the Hammer of Justice, and Destroy God blocks in time. And like I said, he's very patient in the mid-range until he gets parried.
The Karate Kid wax on, wax off parry.
Misses his flash knuckle there. Uncharacteristic of Chris Wong. That might have been a miscalculation on the spacing there.
Looked like it, right? Looked like he just didn't realize that the corner was going to result in a bounce like that.
And he caught it.
That's one of the best ways to stuff that Sonic Blade setup.
Because the hurt box in front of Guile is huge.
Yeah.
He's walking around there, not trying to whiff any mediums. Does connect the flash kick conversion. And he's literally going for the gusto here until he gets hit with an arbitrary DI.
Yeah, Chris Wong feels comfortable going for that, right? Because his opponent's a burnout. Destroy God's beautiful flash kick, though. He still has corner advantage.
Well, he's got charge as well. So he's got to be careful about the projectile he uses there, Chris Wong. But that's why he's going for the gusto.
Yeah, and you saw Chris, he let that drive rush rock. He tried to blow up fuzzy timing on defense. But great discipline from Destroy Gods.
Delay throw, yes, because that's what catches everybody off guard. The slow fireball into the Sonic Cross, you drive rush. It's going to be an overhead, you commit to a low. Said, no, you're very good at parrying. Let me grab you real quick.
So he dragon suplexed them. Shout out to Kenny Omega. Get well soon, fam. But the counter poke right there with the buffer behind it. Chris Wong will spin the whole bank. Since it's the first hit, right, he's got plenty of time to build even more meter. His plan is to go to that final round, of course.
Let's see if Destroy Gods firms it or gets out. He's going to firm it. Pressure being there, and he's burned himself out again. No conversion into crossfire somersault, and that was not a perfect flash kick either.
Yeah,
the Hammer of Justice beat the crouching fierce.
Bro, you saw him lift too. He was trying to anti-air with all his might. Doesn't matter with the Hammer of Justice coming down, and the chip recognition from Chris Wong, assassinating the life bar.
Good old Street Fighter 4 block string from the cross-ups there, and the crouch fierce trade this time. Destroy Gods will take that trade, as long as they're allowed to preserve his life bar. Again, trying to crouch on that space is the conversion, and he will spend his level 3.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it, especially as Guile, right? You definitely like having the other person on the other side of the screen, set up your projectile game, put them at perfect space to where if they jump, you can flash kick them.
Well, Chris Wong needs to close the distance, then look for a perfect parry on the fireball. That's what he needs so he can get another jump, and he tried to jump there.
Indeed, he went with the roundhouse. I wonder if the Fierce would have won clean. Probably not, but nonetheless, Destroy Gods in a decent position, and just as I think that, the money button going to switch up.
A lot of people walk into Chris Wong's medium attacks here. Destroy God just displayed that, and then a conversion into the flash kick. He's got Sonic Hurricane to save him from trouble if he need be.
Destroy God so close to closing out this game, and the anti-air trade will be enough this time. 1-0 for Destroy Gods.
Like I said, man, this guy illustrated such good patience when I was playing him, when I watched other people play him as well. And it's like, again, you know you get agitated up at that range. And you want him to whiff a medium, but he's making sure crouch medium punch connects so he can initiate offense. Or he'll happily trade with a crouch fierce against the jump fierce from Luke.
And he's not letting Chris Wong have anything easy, right? We saw like a neutral jump bait out from Chris Wong earlier. It just got flash kicked.
Of course.
Like he's not letting anything go past him. And as you mentioned, the trades on the anti-air, he'll take that all day as well.
All right, Bazooka Knee, that was 0 on block, it looked like there. That's why the jabs did trade. We're talking frame data knowledge. Now he's starting to use so back kick, and he will trade with that again, and it creates more space than he needs. Converts into the flash kick once again, and he's still opting to close the gap range.
Yeah, he tried the parry. He thought Chris Wong would take his turn after seeing that crouch medium kick on block. Destroy Gods. Yeah, there's some time to build back up that drive meter. Doesn't necessarily need to make his way in.
Backs away here, again, trying to snuff out maybe a jump, maybe a crouching medium punch conversion. Here's Chris Wong, but there it was.
Oh, yeah, great recognition from Chris, even off of a non-perfect parry.
Jumped.
Oh,
that could be the round. He'll burn himself out in the process to do it, so he might have to spend level 1, and he will do it.
He didn't need to put the team on his back. Saves the meter instead. 1.5 bars go into this. That's a good look.
That last bar, that last bar, that was literally the optimal stuff. He saves the Vulcan Blast just in case of a desperate situation here.
Absolutely.
Don't stand hard punch into drive rush cancel in case of a flash kick on the option select as well.
And not only a desperation situation, but as you mentioned, a great anti-projectile tool. Against Guile, there's plenty of spaces to use that level 1.
Crouch fist again. He loves using that crouch fist.
Dragon.
He's focused on allowing not the charge to be like the bane of his existence in this matchup.
I love that he's really prioritizing the spacing, right? He's like, I'll trade on the anti-air as long as I am at my optimal distance.
Because it's the way Chris Wong's moving at him. You're not always going to sit in place and like take the pressure.
Oh, but
and
there
that's
is
what
the
we were
level
talking
1.
about.
Sonic Blade, put that away.
Is he going to rebuttal with his own Sonic Hurricane if he gets the chance?
Oh,
the charge is what's letting him down at times. Yeah, see, it's charge because he keeps moving. So
yeah, for sure. Hey, I mean, Chris Wong's recognizing that as well, and what a whip punish to tie up this set. Oh, boy. Don't show him any of that.
He tried to crouch a medium kick because it was a bit slow at the start. He's like, okay, Chris is being patient. He's looking for my Sonic Booms. He's trying to jump. Maybe I might just, tease a little, maybe throw out. He said, nope, cancelled.
Can't show him that one, bruv. Keep your feet to yourself.
Denied.
Not that type of account.
See, he'll start far away and then he'll close the distance there, try to get a crouching medium punch with the Sonic Boom beaten to it. There's a jump. He's going to look for one more jump if the perfect parry don't work, but there it is. And this is it, the optimization I was talking about earlier today. Look at that.
Corner carry indeed. Not a lot of drive gauge spin. A very prominent spot for Chris Wong to be in.
Destroy goes neutral jumped in the corner there. He's going to have to go out the earnest way.
Oh, and then again the buffers, or maybe he even just confirmed that one. It was a fierce after all.
That looked like connect on the lat frames, and this is huge. Yeah, he's going to capitalize on the whole thing.
Yo, life, bro. What happened to it?
And then the throw.
Spine buster.
And he's very good at doing that, Chris Wong. He'll jump in, and you're like, okay, the perfect power can turn this around. It's like no empty jump throw.
Yeah.
And you won't do that, especially after your flash kick didn't work out.
And Chris Wong, he's so good at recognizing when they're actually in lethal range for a throw to kill, right? Well done. That's when he busted it out.
Playing at that extremely risky range there for Guile is huge for Luke, and he got crouch fierce. I like that he's still implementing and risking the jump just to let him know you still have to focus on this just as much as the ground.
Absolutely right. You got to make your opponent think about as much as possible. That's one of the key ways to overwhelming them.
Hey, listen, man, Juna said it best. You want to be the one causing the problems, not fixing them.
Oh, ain't that the truth? Shout out to Yuna.
He's not going to look for a jump again, not just yet. Gets the check.
Quick little check with that buffer behind it. Chris Wong, that's been his bread and butter so far. That's how he's ran this corner.
That second jab was about to get with punish there, but luckily recovered in time. Destroy Ghost just needs to walk his way out the corner. He needs to forget Sonic Booms and walk his way out the corner.
But you gotta, it sounds much easier than it actually is to accomplish. Especially with Chris Wong right there as a wall. Has plenty of meter to answer with whatever he busts out with.
There it is, he got out. Oh, the Sandblaster keeps him caged in. He still has a level 3 here as well.
Exactly, that's what I'm scared of right now with all these booms on the screen.
If Chris Wong gets a jump in, I think he's done. Crouch medium punch, he may still be alive.
It'll be close for sure. He'll have double drive rush from this instance. Jump in is traded with Destroy Gods. Has to make sure he doesn't eat one clean. No flinching on the drive rush pressure. What a counter poke right there. Catching him in the middle of that. Cashes out into level 3. It's going to put Chris Wong on life support.
All right, let's see if Chris Wong closes the gap and threatens with that level 3. He still has level 1 as well, so he can
he tried the perfect parry, but he burnt himself out because he mistimed it, and the jump falls on the Sonic Boom.
All right, we're going to a final round in this final game here as well. Chris Wong with all the resources, including that super meter as well.
Destroy Gods from the Panamanian FGC, bruh. One round away from putting some blood on Chris Wong's plate.
Tries to go low again. He's firming it on defense, walks away. Lovely walk back there. Surprised he hasn't really used back fierce. Oh, no!
With that crouched medium kick, that has been punished by Chris Wong time and time again. Time to use the level 3. Build back up your own drive gauge.
There you go. Generating as much as possible, and he'll threaten Destroy Gods here with one grab.
Oh, Powerhouse Hobbs, Spine Buster.
2 grab. Do not panic.
All day, every day. Oh, and as you said that, Jammers, he tried to press something. Got caught flinching. Oh. Chris Wong doesn't finish it off, though.
Flash kick. He can chip him out with a level 1, but he didn't even need it. That delayed jab from Chris Wong, which means he gets 2 dubs today. His matches are done. Hey, we got to go on to our next match, which is one I was looking forward to. This is probably the game of the group here. People hailing from the Asian region. Despair King going up.
Any type of projectile to initiate their offense or get the perfect punish.
Changes the
on them.
matchup drastically.
It really does for both of these characters. But one thing is for certain, Chris Wong's simple and effective approach is what really intimidates players. But I will say, Despair King, his decision-making on defense yesterday was stellar. Let's see if he continues that here.
And this is what's interesting about these two. It's because of their defensive choices. Mainly Despair King on Wake Up, but then for Chris Wong, it's in block strings.
Yes, absolutely it is.
Gets the forward throw here. Drive rush is in, going to block it out here. And Chris Wong, when he knows he's near burnout, or he's going to be put into burnout, he knows he's made a big mistake, and he tries to make amends from that as well.
He's doing so, man. He's committed to the parry, and he built up a decent amount of gauge left. Oh, and that was just awkward.
All right, there's a delay as well, and a lot of these guys are doing those delayed buttons to catch the backdash in the corner, as well as a button, and he didn't catch the backdash this time round. I'm telling you, man, their defensive choices are next level.
Do you see that? The movement as well that he decides to do to kind of bait another thing out. Yo, Chris Wong is so hard to read on offense. I got to watch that. Yeah, more than enough.
He's going to close it out with Eraser. Actually, no, I tell a lie. Eraser will do it. The final hit will close it out. This is what I'm talking about, man. It's those intricate defensive decisions that these guys are doing that's on another plane of existence from the vast majority of players playing Street Fighter 6.
Sure, you see him walking forward a tidbit, like he's kind of stutter stepping forward. That doesn't necessarily mean he's ready to launch his offense. He's looking for something committal from you to whiff punish or to just get punished outright if it's a heavier normal.
Speaking of the devil, Despair King is going to get a full combo here into the Super Art 3 and gain that drive gauge lead here while putting Chris Wong in the amber, gets a throw. What's the choice going to be this time? And he's going to take another grab here. And there's
what
the bait.
A call out from Despair King. Are you kidding me? This is the second time he's had like a 2.5 throw sequence where he's got 2 throws and it's kind of forced the opponent to guess, but he's been right almost every time.
Perfect parry. He's going to get the grab as well to avoid the OD projectile. Again, if that is not top level defensive decision making, I don't know what is.
No, I think everybody will agree with you.
Oh, low forward. And there you go, yeah, these guys, just to avoid the throw and the dangerous situation in the corner there. And he's low on drive gauge as well, and he threw out a Hail Mary rising uppercut, and he's still challenged. And this is going to be big damage here for Chris Wong, Vicious.
Go for the throw. All in burnout. Yeah, he's not going to be able to pursue offense after that. Wise choice to just back away. He does have full meter.
But he can't
full
store.
Level 3.
Despair King can't store. But yeah, he can't do it arbitrarily, and he's got to be careful with that fireball as well.
Overhead connects! This is the start of something big, especially with Feng Shui.
This is good, because he can set up a safe jump, but he misses the conversion into the drive impact there. Oh man, fortuitous there for Chris Wong. Unfortunate for Despair King there. Oh, I mean, living up to the name, it is Despair indeed.
You could have had 2 whole sequences to force the guess also with that safe jump. I think I've seen it 2 times over where Despair King would do like the double layered, right? Jumping in while in Feng Shui. And also, I think maybe you could have snuck in a drive impact as well, but it's so dangerous when you have a loop at level 3.
I mean, look at that. It's already dangerous enough because he drive gauged into a flash knuckle conversion there. Try to get him down.
Do it again!
Yeah. He wants the conversion instead of the air throw, Despair King. That's what it looks like he's doing. Almost got the crouch feeding kick with suppressor. Checked it.
The God button.
He's going to maximize this. Okay. And yeah, almost. And I like that Chris Wong just waited, especially against characters with anti-throw tools. He will delay anything or even be patient, thinking that you'll think he's going to throw you. Look at that. He's making sure he shuts down.
The parry too. Damn, that flash knuckle punish counter?
Oh, that's not what he wanted. I think he wanted back roundhouse there for the meaty.
And still within the time to get the interruption against the forward fears.
Big damage, and he's going to look to burn himself out here.
Jump medium?
Level, no.
No, it's a safe jump, but he's still going to be, -2. And what a bait out against the throw. Chris Wong, his offensive maneuvers, so hard to decipher. Despair King not able to clutch it out or get a game on the board. That is a solid 2-0.
Dude, he's looking to basically waltz out of this group. He has turned Group B into his stomping ground.
That is going to be Shaka, a very strong player, going up against another very strong player, Chris Wong. And like we said, there's a lot of contention in these groups. Shaka, one of those players, a lot of people would talk to
that often, not because of Luke, but because of Dalsum, right? Yes. I mean, Sim is not a very common character at a high level. So it's cool to see Shaka out here playing the character. A really strong player I'm familiar with. I've seen him enter a lot of tournaments, seen his play a lot before. See what Chris Wong's adjustments are. Immediate whiff punish, counter crouch medium punch, and gets the pickup to the corner.
Not ashamed to actually go in and mix it up Chris Wong. But like I said before, it really does seem like he plays this very risky game, but he's very calculated in this space. And I'm glad you brought that up about Dalsum, because this is definitely a character we don't get to see often. And I really like seeing him navigate some of these characters that we do get to see. The Juries, the Lukes, the Kens. I love to see him.
Baits the throw immediately, and he's going to drive rush, push him to the corner here, and drive impact is checkmate. Oh, drop knuckle though, scary.
Uh-oh, goes for the blatant low right there. And you're going to see right now Shaka trying to keep this distance between them.
And if you're Chris Wong, you can't get too overzealous about swinging a DI out there, because if there's a float or something, you might be in trouble.
There you go. Oh, nice jab, stops the teleport. I like that option to kind of deal with the mix-up, because even a lot of times if that fireball is still there, you still get the opportunity to stop the pressure from the Dawson player. There's a throw to close it out. Chris Wong, 100% aware of it.
Yeah, something to keep in mind for all of the event this weekend. When people jump at those weird angles where you don't have time to anti-air, but you're not going to get punished, people will parry anti-air, right? So you're seeing the high-level players will empty jump and just throw your parry. So then the next adjustment is I will just jab, right? I'll just do delayed jab to beat you trying to throw my parry. So there's like a mind game on top of the mind game. And at the highest level, you see that very common. So keep in mind that when you're watching this weekend.
Yeah, stack meta right here. And once again, now that mix-up's starting to be a little more prominent, slap him in the face. Nice teleport here. Drive rush slide, keeping the pressure going. Shaka turning up the gas.
I like it. He has a lot of really good offensive setups. The whip punish and the level 1.
Yo, hot feet.
Good damage on that, too. I love the little establishment after with the buttons, the pressure. I love sliding in, crouching medium, standing medium, all kinds of things to check at that range. Really nice stuff.
And the fact that he puts himself in these positions where you really have to worry about whether he's going to put a button, whether he's going to slide, drive rush, angle slide, you really need to pay attention to it. And he's so good at keeping the space about him, too, where he's really avoiding a lot of the sandblast pressure. Great anti-air, and once again, keeping the beat hot.
What a buffer. That's when you don't be lazy with your backdash. When you're backdashing, buffer that move. So that if you see the jump, you get the anti-air easy peasy. Love that from Shaka.
Once again, going to the lows, and look at the keep away game. My man is saying, you're not playing this game. I'm not going to play the Luke game. One round apiece between these two in this first game, and man, they are slugging.
Dude, the neutral from Shaka. I love the things he's representing too. The float heavy punch, teleport right there to make the mix up, and he lands on the fireball anyway. But this is, double drive rush pressure. Anti-air again. He's not lazy. He's buffering.
Hot, bro. And once again, the jump back teleport, making him fall into the fireball on the far left side, keeping the distance between them. Shaka getting the first game versus Chris Wong.
He is so good. I love that. Every time he backdashes, he just buffers the up blast. And he's like, oh, you're jumping. Easy peasy. Love that. Really, really strong choice, of course. And Chris Wong, a little on the back foot there. He's like, okay, he's bringing some heat.
He is bringing some heat. He got them feet hot. Also, this dude Dawson just summoned an elephant on a helicarrier. That's wild, bro.
Yeah. I mean, if he could teleport an elephant to him. I'm sure. He's got to be able to.
That's dope. Yo, David Blaine?
Yeah. Cheez-Its? Like, he's just like, what up? I'll make it happen. Teleports in. Wow, crouching heavy.
Oh, my God. Almost had a crazy conversion right there. Still able to keep the momentum. And you see Shaka just willing to backdash perfect parry. Oh, attack the drive bar. I love it. Take away some of those options by removing the drive bar from the equation.
Yeah, I think it's a really smart choice. Players are really good at that now. Lovely little whip punish. Punish counter so he gets the back heavy kick. Big damage, big extension on this. Empty throw in case you go for the parry. Pressure's looking fantastic for Chris Wong, and the spacing trap as well. Gonna have to dump. Oh, the DP at the end. Nicely done from Chris there. That was really clean pressure in the corner.
Yo, surgical with the meter management, with the combos. What a closeout on this first game. Excuse me, game 2, round number 1.
Little float action. Shaka trying to represent some different looks. He jams it in. That's a good button. It's the God button. The right hand of Exodia.
Teleports, fireball gonna keep him safe, tries to drive rush, and steal the check from Shaka. These long-range limbs, these textbook limbs. Wow, what an option representing the fireball right there. Stops the drive rush once again. I love that part of the Street Fighter 6 meta where people are really starting to interrupt those drive rushes. Not this time, though. Knockdown in the corner. Chris Wong tries to go for the neutral jump. Back throw. Shaka in control. Oh, my God. Chris Wong is in burnout once again.
That was sick. I love that little bait to set up that burnout from Shaka, although he's got the challenge into the critical R, and he says, let's wrap this up. Huge damage on this. This does so much.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, because of the critical art there. Beats him up, gets the game. And I have to say, Shaka's decision-making there was so clever. He had the anti-air, and then he didn't do the real blast, and then Chris Wong tried to parry to get out of it, and then did drive rush throw to punish that. So really cool setup there, but then Chris Wong just finds the hit, gets the job done, one apiece.
I like these mid-screen fights. It seems like Chris Wong really started to turn up the neutral game right here. Whether it comes down to a scramble, he just does not want Dawson and Shaka to get away from the situation where he does have this control, or at least he can make these big conversions happen.
Yeah, and he's representing some cool stuff. Shaka's doing a lot of like drive rush and a fireball if he sees you landed on one, or a light kick check. He's doing some interesting options.
Okay, representing his OD fireball right now from Luke. This way, he's going to make sure that Shaka is locked down with Dawson. He's going to be able to lock him down, gets the corner. Tries to base something out with the jab there. Shaka keeping his wits about him and is playing so calm right now. Teleports out. There's that jab I was talking about. And a great anti-air to stop that option that we saw Chris Wong go for last time.
Twice in a row, too. Saw the neutral jump. Stuffs it with the back medium punch. And
Oh,
man,
that
he
was
is
so good.
beating up his legs in this mid-range. Every time he goes sandblast, he just checks him low.
Wow, this dude Shaka. OD fireball clash with the sandblast. And you can see Chris Wong, not sure about some of these situations. Double jab, did not get the confirm. Catches him out of the air, gets the flow. What a conversion. Chris Wong?
I already know Phenom's making a tweet. Bro, I'm not listening. You play Ken. Don't even say anything. Don't do it, bro.
He's like, see that? He's like, look at this.
It's like, he can do that? I'm like, come on, man. Wow, he is really spacing him out here with it. Oh, I love the float right over. Did you see his legs just glide over the fireball?
Stretchy legs.
This has been some of the most fun neutral to watch I've seen in like any match.
I'm telling you right now, the way that they're using right now this neutral game control, DI Chris Wong ready this time, and it is not looking good for Shaka. He's got 2 bars for Chris Wong now and Luke, so he does have the opportunity to close out. He's probably going to be working on a level 3 pretty soon, and now Shaka in trouble. Just does the random level 3, the CA, just a level 3, going to do a lot of damage. He's going to get a lot of drive bar back, and look at the positioning.
He's going to be first out of burnout here, which is big. He's going to have EX Fireball or Drive Rush or setups or whatever he wants. Chris Wong has to respect for now. About to be out of burnout. He has Drive Gauge back. He was about to spend it.
He actually checks the Drive Rush forward. This dude Shaka is actually ridiculous. OD Fireball clash in the mid-screen. You seeing him using the float just to get around possibly. Oh my God, perfect parry. Goes for the long range. Another perfect parry. This dude, Chris Wong, is in trouble. OD Fireball gets the knockdown.
But he's about to be in burnout again. He teleports in out of nowhere. Chris Wong just not ready. He didn't believe.
My man Gao got out of the ship and was like, hold on, bro.
Yeah, look at Gao. Gao back there is us right now. He's like, bro, what is happening on this helicarrier? What's even going on? Teleports in. Trade. Good for Chris Wong, though. Good defense again from Shaka. Not biting on these throws.
The left arm of Exodia doing some work right now. Once again, go straight back to that neutral. Shaka just playing so great in this position, but not in a great position now because he's in the corner. Great tech on the throw. The fireball too far to actually interrupt.
Oh,
big jump in. Goes for the back throw. Not going to work out. Level 3 is on the table. Chris Wong is going to cash out. It's time to go to work, or it's actually time to clock out. Chris Wong takes it 2-1 over Shaka, but man, that was a really entertaining set, man.
Right? Like, that's all you can do, right? Like, what else is there to do? You're just sitting here stuck, hoping that Chris Wong shows up and gets the dub here. And he himself needs to do well so that he makes it out on winners. So this all
going to be easy. I want to see how they're going to deal with this neutral game, right? Once again, one of the main things you got to look out for, sandblast, crouch strong, things you really have to be aware of. And you know Chris Wong's got some XP, or at least did his homework. Let's go. Chris Wong, Big Bird. This is a big one. Crouch strong already, and then instantly goes and puts you to this corner. Spends a lot of your drive bar, though. Speaking of, OD uppercut to get out of there.
Yeah, notice that Chris Wong empty jumped, right? Looking for the parry. Big Bird doesn't go for it. He jab checked on the landing. Very smart awareness early on from Big Bird to know that that's a common thing people are looking for.
Oh, nice. Hits 4 medium punch just to get a reaction. And that's the reaction you need. A simple approach to the win. Forward throw. The crowd likes what they see. Big Bird up 1 round in this first game.
Yeah, oh, nice whip punish. Doesn't complete off of it, though. And a big thing in this matchup is obviously the airspace. You know, this is a big problem for Marissa. She really struggles to anti-air that jumping heavy punch from Luke unless you're super ready for things or you have armor from Gladius or something. Well, it doesn't commit off of that, but yeah. The overhead is safer than going for the low, so people will do that if they have the stance out there.
Actually got the OD follow-up. Would have had the knockdown had he just hit the other button, but no. Neutral parries here. Oh, wow. Counter hit confirmed by Big Bird. Gonna spin that meter once again. Superman punch to the corner.
Very scary. He has level 3 available now, too, which means one hit could do it here off of a big drive rush confirmed. So you have to be very careful if you're Chris Wong, although puts himself in burnout.
And this is not good. You see him backing up. That low forward is a threat. Still, we have not seen big jump in coming from Chris Wong. And he's going to get level 3 off of this. I'd be surprised if he doesn't use it. And yes, he knows it's time to go to work.
He did the easy peasy tournament combo as well. Did not extend at all. Didn't end up mattering there. So I like the awareness of just being like, you know, I'm not even going to try hard combo, do the easy stuff. I'm trying to qualify for Capcom Cup. And this is huge advantage. I would say in this round, Big Bird is ahead maybe 60-40 or 65-35 because he has a level 3 and Chris Wong has no meter. That's a huge lead.
Drive rush overhead. And you can tell right now he's really looking for some of these projectiles. A lot of Superman punches from Marisa, especially around this range right here. And Chris Wong knows that, and that's why he's holding back. You see him going for more of these buttons, trying to whip punish. In some of these situations, crouch strong right there for Chris Wong, and this is going to be a good lead for him.
Throw on the ground there. Nothing from Big Bird. Doesn't try parry. Gets the back throw. Corner position. Very scary if he hits a level 3. Uh-oh, that drive gauge looking dangerous for both of them in the armor and the level 3.
Level 3, take him to the corner. Tell him about history. Send him to school. Kiss the fist.
Boom. He is dead. It did so much damage off that.
Peep the shoulders as she walks up, though. Now you know history. And she finna tuck him in. Look at him having a nap. Let me go put him in the bed. Still got his braces on. Make sure you take your retainer out. Tuck you in, read you a story.
Yeah, that was a brutal one. Just you get clipped by that anti-air one time, and there's very few people that are in the world with Marisa who can do that, right? Like, not very many people are as consistent with stuff like that as Big Bird, so brutal. When you get hit by it, you're like, I died?
Right?
I dead?
Look, I'm always, every time I see Marisa get hit, I just think about Kaba in the SFL clip.
Yep.
Like, bro, the equations. I died?
The drop, that's a big one for Chris Wong there. Gave up a lot of space after, too, and Big Bird just walks him down, takes the drive gauge.
Where are you going?
Sweet dreams, indeed.
A little overzealous right there. Puts himself in burnout, but he's got the meters. He can actually get the closeout. No.
Yeah, I didn't have enough with the level 1, so he chose for the Oki instead, but a little miss there. I wonder if that was a drive rush potentially there for Big Bird or something. Got a weird dash instead.
Yeah, that level 1. Mistaken. I thought it would actually be enough, but not going to be enough. What a whiff punish early on. Big Bird on the ropes right now. Nice. Calls out the armor. Big damage on the table. Puts him in burnout as well. Has 2 bars. Going to go for the cross-up. The back check's going to save him. Where are you going? And still in burnout right now. Big Bird with a lead. Level 3 is there. You got to be careful with this offense.
Yeah, I mean, this spot sucks. Like, you are in such a bad spot if you're Chris Wong. I don't even think he's going to want to spend meter, really, because unless he gets another hit or something. Okay, now this is scary. Very winnable round all of a sudden for Chris Wong. CA's a threat. One good hit could do it. Oh,
where are you going? Big damage, and I mean big damage. That's mommy muscles. It says it on the business card.
And this is a chance for Big Bird here to 2-0 Chris Wong. Take that spot in winner side of the group.
I love that. Very few fireballs in the set, and it's because of that move right there.
And man, the steamrolling. Nice.
Wow.
What a response.
Pick up.
We got a lot of drive gauge back from those parries as well.
Oh, what an anti-air call out. Where are you going?
Dude, Big Bird looks so sharp, and it's on Chris Wong.
Oh, back throw? No.
Not what he wanted, I think, actually. I don't think he wanted raw heavy knuckle. Maybe it was heavy punch, and he just went to back, and that's a huge opportunity. I mean, oh, man.
Oh, and look at that drive bar being abused right now. Big damage on the table. Once again, not going to spend it. Yeah, he wants to get to closer on this closeout and then potentially just win the match. Take that opportunity to make it out winner's side away from Big Bird.
It stripped a lot of drive gauge, though, and Chris Wong, you know he's thinking about it. Jump in. And you see the jab check. You know, Chris Wong was empty jumping, looking for parry. Big Bird doesn't do it. He does the jab instead.
Oh, wow.
Puts himself in burnout. Oh, my. That is very scary. Chris Wong needs the next hit.
And if Big Bird gets a hit, he didn't have the meter for the drive rush, so it's nothing. Swinging with the stand roundhouse. Go straight into the level 3. That is going to catch it. That should be the round. And we're going to go to a third game. Chris Wong evening it out just a bit, eliminating the chances for Big Bird to make it out on that winner's side. But this doesn't stop the momentum. You got to get this W.
No, because now Big Bird still needs to win, right?
Yep.
So, you know, in his head, he's processing, well, it's not winners, but I still need this set, right?
I still need this win. Forward heavy, getting a little anxious right now. Drive rushes in. Chris Wong pumping on the brakes, finds an opening, and now he's got that momentum. Not a lot of damage, but the positioning is there, and this is going to be a lot of damage. Going to lose like 50% based off of that alone.
Jab, 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 strings him up. Chris Wong looking a lot more comfortable now. That was a really scary game there for him, and now suddenly you can see the play looks a little different. Big Bird has the corner. Just smoking the drive gauge.
Oh, wow. Just the jab followed by the crouch strong, and Big Bird walks into it because we know a lot of people kind of lead with it, but you could have counter hit confirm it as well. Just the lay right there actually gets Chris Wong the opportunity. The crowd waking up for Big Bird right now, trying to get him in the spirit, but it's not working out right now as he takes another throw.
Yeah, and I mean, look at this corner positioning. Crouching medium, immediate level 1. Doesn't want to drive rush because it'll put him in burnout. I like that choice.
Okay, Sparta kick, goes back mid-screen, jumps the overhead into stand fierce once again.
And Chris Wong has really woken up here. Double drive rush, has the level 2 available. Air knuckle combo right into it. Beast mode, baby, to clean things up. Headphones coming off. 2-1 for Chris Wong here over Big Bird.
And still an electric set right there, man.
Phenom at Street Fighter League EU. He got second place in Singapore and then first place in France to qualify here. That's two of the hardest events, getting first and second place.
That's insane.
This is going to be a really, really tough match. And Chris Wong with the start on the crouching medium kick, drive rush cancel.
Or we wake up with vibes, tries to crouching medium punch, counter hit, enhanced Tatsu for the Oki, dashes up, OEDP immediately. We want to take his turn. Chris Wong responds with a rebuttal of an OEDP.
Yeah, exactly. Just showing it right away. And this time with that magical button, that crouching medium punch from Luke. So he's gotten a crouching medium kick and a medium punch at drive rush cancel in the first round.
If nobody got me, crouching medium punch got me. Luke players know. And I was being a bro, not that bad for this character. He's got the level 1. He's ready with the DP against the Dragon Lash. Careful now.
He was pumped that the whole time. He couldn't drive impact. He couldn't drive parry it because he was burned out, but he had the DP. But this is bad back throw, but do you see?
Perfect parry is what I see. Caught him ducking. Skill damage. Positional advantage is what you're looking for. Frame kill for the throw right after. He go the drive impact. Oh, it's about to wrap.
No, he missed it. He missed it, but he still gets the throw afterwards. Again, this is what you do as a strong fighting game player. You can make mistakes, but you have to make up for them. It's how you correct yourself after a mistake is what makes you a top player.
I like where Phenom's standing. He's a perfect parry to drive rush up. They were close. Oh, he's a burnout. Gotta be careful. We'll have to go for level 3 real soon, go up that bar. Probably about half when the drive gauge is almost recovered to help out. But Chris Wong will take it back with that chip to drop the status. Oh, the charge up. He's gonna punish.
No whip punish right there. But here we go. Delay on that standing heavy kick. Trying to bait Phenom into pressing a button. Phenom staying steady, just blocking the whole entire time. Means Chris Wong might have to start trying to throw in some throws to get Phenom to press more buttons.
Can he get in? Phenom, a massive check. Drive rush.
There it is.
Oh,
there
here
it
we
is.
go, though. Block. Hard. Reversal. Jab. Get another wake-up decisions. A little bit more active. Back, though. Stand heavy kick trade. Has him caught up in the corner. He's got that bar at the bottom. Perfect parry. Chris Wong's ready.
Oh, so he's gonna side switch? No, he's going for the damage right here. No, drops his combo, unfortunately, but still gets a hit. He's gonna be able to kill off of, doesn't he need a super? He doesn't even need any meter. So that drop actually helped him, and then he saves meter for this round.
Just as you mentioned a little bit earlier, being able to have that mistake, capitalize, he's to this.
Yeah.
With the super, this back, ground and pound, your health is going down. And you're caught up in the corner against the likes of Luke, have good jailing buttons. Medium punch, stand medium punch, you know good deal.
And shout out to the audience, I was waiting to hear that in Memphis cheer.
Oh, man, I'm sorry, I didn't cut you off. Here's the super.
Oh, here's another one.
Level 3. I see, so you can't say that.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah.
All right. So there you go. Both of them have spent their level 3 right now. As you can see, as a result, their lives pretty even. But Phenom, of course, with a little bit more drive gauge, which is why Chris Wong playing a little more defensively right now. He wants to see if he can build it up. And now he has the advantage.
Punish counter. The pickup here, light nickel. Chaser for Yoki.
The
Oh, what he's looking for. When you grab and you demons, beautiful punish from the side of Chris Wong. First game to him, and it's a longer day. First of 3 all the way through.
Yes, 3
More
out
to
of
play.
5. 3 out of 5, the entire top 16. So we're gonna make sure we give you as much amazing Street Fighter as we can. Chris Wong taking the first game with Luke. Phenom. You see right now, he's just thinking about things, trying to figure out what went wrong at the end of the match. He obviously took round number 1, but Chris was able to come back.
Yeah. This is the pro I think, routing back momentum continuously. You don't have to pause. They play each other when Phenom to Japan for the Babe comes up, so I know that he has a real dependency on both sides, but Chris Wong interrupting with the stand medium punch, target combo on the mark, perfect parry in the gap, and just like that, you probably see a side screen. Yes, sir, Dragon Lash, enhancements, and Fierce face to face from that corner space.
Didn't go for the DD, gonna leave that damage on table so he can get better open, which worked, and now he has Chris here in the corner, trying to find a way to get some damage in. But as you can see right now, he's trying to stay spaced out. He doesn't want to let Chris Wong jump out of the corner, but Chris gonna use that ODDP, and he has Phenom burned out.
He almost is trying to back off. He isn't burning up. Chris Wong taking advantage of that. Dashing up, deep wrestling, saying heavy kick. Oh no, the counter conversion. All the damage back heavy kick. You see that? It's going to be a ton. It's almost done. Another one. Chris Wong. The bar at the bottom for the finish.
Again, it's one of those really beautiful benefits for a character like Luke, and Ken has the benefit too.
Yeah.
Their combo routes lead them into whatever super they feel like using to finish you off.
Luke on a day. Corner play enhanced. Tatsu right there. Backdash away from the top. Chris Wong with the right reads on defense continuously. Let's see if having the offensive punish. Yes, with recovery.
Yeah, just waiting. And Phenom not going to go for the side switch because Ken's excellent corner carry right there. Going to basically take him to the corner no matter which direction he went.
Isn't great. Anywhere on the screen, you pick where you want to go.
Definitely a nice thing to have. But look at this. Here we go. Go for the frame kill right there into the throw center. That is intended to whiff right there. And look at this. Both of them are so scared to try the first move. But Chris is just trying to walk Phenom back towards the corner. And Phenom is giving him that. Phenom is trying to bait Chris into pressing a button.
Throwing that fireball like perfect parry is rushing up, right? He's in that range to do so. You see the perfect parry right there, but not close enough to drive rush. Chris Wong put on the gas. Perfect parry again. The 4 fierce. And the back conversion. He's scaling.
I think this might kill.
He'll go to level 1.
He's just going to go to the level 1. Yeah, he doesn't want to. He didn't believe level 3 would kill. So he's trying to save the meter. He goes for the throw loops instead. Here we go. Chris Wong is now up 2-0 over Phenom.
Something changed in Chris when he wasn't able to get victories, qualification in his region. When he wasn't able to do it in Singapore. When he in France, became a different beast, bro. Most people would have given up, but look at him here. Game point against Phenom, who is the strongest in EU right now, clearly.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, Chris, he is just, like I said, first and second place, Singapore and France, or France and Singapore in that order, I should say.
Oh, back there, check
read.
my wrist against the fireball pressure. Phenom was trying to poke out, and again. I got you having fun.
Walking forward a little bit to build a little bit of that extra drive gauge.
Oh, perfect parry the jump. Yeah.
But that's not punishable right there. That's going to be a -2 situation. And I think Phenom's just going to go for the side switch. No, he wants the damage and the corner carry here. The double dash, he blocked.
Parry?
He did.
Oh, I like that better. Better than blocking. No drive gauge deletion right there. Holds a parry. Jinrai loops. Ends it with a DB.
And now the pressure right there. No ODDP from Chris Wong. I almost feel like Phenom was like, go ahead and spend it, but Chris Wong did not try to challenge the Jinrai, and then got the driver's cancel, and the round, he's at match point.
The quickness. Chris Wong. The Phenom and losers, you don't want to be here, not with this kind of tournament. The walk-up, calling out the parry. Getting a punish on top of some extra things. Another throw. Overhead blocked out. There's a throw right after, though.
Chris has just gone so crazy here. It gets the autocorrect, but Phenom's out of the corner.
Oh!
What? No, that
has been a fireball,
that
brother.
cannot be what he wanted to try. And here we go, going for the level 2 Shippuden Raikak.
Set it. Stand fears. Spring away. Back to the anti right there. The DD can't leave for free. Crouch, you can punch, but nothing off of it. You don't want to give it to him. Drive gauge. Hits with the Jinrai heavy ender.
Yeah, he has gone for so many shimmies, and now he finally snuck the drop impact in there. Chris not ready for this. He should be able to build to level 2. No, he doesn't.
Parry again. He actually
touched the button.
Beast mode, baby. It will, Dave. Chris Wong, 3-0 over Phenom. 3-0 over Phenom. That's how we're going to start the day. Chris Wong, insane. Wake-up decisions have been absolutely perfect, whether it be parry.
The last
Absolutely dirty and powerhouse in gameplay. In Chris Wong, go away and watch him. And it's first-hand experience, but he's going up against one of the strongest characters in the game. These guys had amazing records in their group stages. Chris Wong with 5-0, keeping that clinical performance. DCQ made it out with the 4-1 victory, having a better round ratio against NknuckleDu, but now they kick this off here by pestering with that crouching medium punch. Chris Wong trying to adjust that space to get the whiff punish.
Oh, you saw the startup of a medium perhaps from DCQ. Chris Wong stuffing it out completely, opting to go for the damage, and the corner carry is still going to be very nice off that flashing up the sequence.
Hits him with the down forward heavy punch there, try to get frame trap. Chris Wong's defensive choices give the epitome of optimization with this character. On defense, on offense, in neutral, he knows how to challenge. This is a perfect parry, fortunately.
try for DCQ to retaliate on that stand. Chris Wong gets hit with a spike, departure up above. What's the defense like against the teleport?
Good. He waits patiently there. He learned dry gauge. He doesn't want to actually burn himself out there, and he did. Commentators cuss there, burned himself out by an admission, but he's actually in a super beneficial position and baits the first amnesia from DDQ. That was just to test the waters to see what happened, and even Chris Wong responded accordingly.
Just the right spacing, that's impressive. Barely whipping, DC already ready with that sending heavy punch. Start off with the departure. Chris Wong is going to take his time, moving on in, and that's an exchange, but nothing of it from either one. Chris Wong looking for something. DCQ slowly inching up. Medium punch has been his go-to, and also medium kick to gain some of that estate little by little.
But he's trying to get Chris Wong to respect that QC range with that crouch medium kick, slowly encroaching on that space. But Chris Wong beats him to the punch there, blocks that crouching medium punch to the drive rush cancel.
And completely risk of is DC.
Perfect parry, he's activated it. He's used that button way too many times. Right in a hard read on that perfect parry there. Shoulder tackle him straight to the core.
Overhead is blocked successfully from DCQ, but it's not the end of Chris Wong's turn. And also, speaking of which, he's stealing it back with that perfect parry, the safe jump. You saw the flash. DCQ, he was done. There's going to be a lot of damage. That should be game by Chris Wong. We're going to Memphis, baby.
He was ready. He read the bad habits on DCQ's knockdown, and he's going to close out with that Super R3. Now, DCQ, he really has to think about it because sometimes he can be a little bit shaky. His fluidity in his noodle and set play is amazing, but where you can actually retarget him is his defensive choices. Amnesia didn't work, so you automatically resort to plan B, which is the tap parry, not even just holding it, tapping it there. And Chris Wong, what did he do at the time? He just neutral jumped. So it looks like it beats both if you're not too careful. So maybe DCQ has to firm a throw, maybe look for neutral jump with the crouch fierce. Maybe he might have to implement backdash this time around. He needs to change up and be less predictable, less obvious with his defensive choices.
Looking at the overall offensive decision from Chris Wong, most of the time when it comes to Luke gameplay, you want your opponent in the corner as much as possible. But he was doing a lot of decent damage within the neutral space, exactly where DCQ would like to fight it out. This is a very interesting one. Most of the players, I got to talk to them about DCQ's mental, and I gotta say, he is one of the most elusive players to pin down in a scenario. So just seeing Chris Wong outplay DCQ in neutral thus far has been phenomenal.
Starts off with the driver there into the crouching medium pump again. Chris Wong gets that punish there.
Beautiful.
A lot of heavies tackle that downward heavy punch there because it is negative 14.
And the throw
bash. That was huge there for Chris Wong. Is he going to make a bad defensive choice? Good time, this works. And it didn't say punish counter. He's still got a conversion there. DCQ backs away.
That's totally fine from DCQ. Has Chris Wong where he wants him, slowly gaining back all of that drive gauge while harassing Chris Wong's meter as well with the punish counter off of the drive rush forward into the medium punch. A lot of spacing. Vulcan, bang! More than enough in the tank to take down DCQ.
Super Wong closing it out. Again, perfect optimization there from Chris Wong doing the job. And he's always scaring DCQ in the corner, making sure that anything he does with JP, defensively or in the neutral, feels unsafe, feels super risky. But now, shoes on the other foot here, DCQ.
First time we've seen corner control from DCQ. What to do with it, right? He's looked for the space for Chris Wong to kind of maybe get baited into throwing out a normal. No, the perfect parry. Again, his defensive options are so pristine.
There we go, chases him down there. No amnesia, but gets a delayed back throw there. So Chris Wong can still work from the screen here, waiting for another button to be whiffed. But another punish here. DCQ has extremely risky neutral, and everything is being punished to high heaven.
I haven't indeed noticing the burnout factor. Chris Wong, he's not going to push the envelope. He's going to set back just a little bit. He's got plenty to work. Also with the meter, any sort of hit confirm could lead into really destructive damage even in the game.
He might look for a stand medium punch, but he's got to deal with the Super R2. Enter the Shadow Realm and doesn't block it in time. He's going to have to set up shop, take him close to the corner here. Yep, full-on conversion right there. And he's got to set up something nasty here, DCQ. Good hold of the parry there.
That was plus. Chris Wong tried to steal his turn back. Whatever normal it was of getting stuffed out, counter hit.
Just waiting there at the moment here. He's trying to wait Chris Wong to do an arbitrary high rush or something to close distance. Teleport. Wow, that could have been it. That actually could have been it. But he's burnt out. And a level 3 should do it if he gets the button to connect. And yeah.
And it's dead. It gets DCQ mid-air trying to jump away. But it's a Sand Blaster just clipping him in the wings. So Chris Wong, either way, any sort of block string while in burnout could have led to significant chip damage. It would have been dead either way because he had level 3 in stock. So that's 2 games to none for Chris Wong.
But the biggest problem I've identified with DCQ at the moment is in that mid-range, he started pestering with the crouching medium kick to try and harass and make
Luke panic, basically. But what Chris Wong has identified is, I'm not going to use normals that are super risky.
Right.
I'm going to use crouch leader punch, but then when I identified that this is what your strategy is, I will actually risk a perfect parry. And because he's tapping the parry, and it's in neutral, you're not going to get there with the strongest normal that you want to, or even a knockdown for JP at that time. So DCQ is probably going to be a little bit more aggro. He probably doesn't want to do that. He might need to risk something, maybe play a bit more zoning game. Right now, Chris Wong's actually got in the palm of his hands. He's made this whole cup thus far his stomping ground. He's in advance to the winner's final.
It's really up to DCQ to get the heat on offense, but it's so difficult when Chris Wong has been for every single option via projectile. Yeah. That suit's going to be everything for DCQ. Forward throw.
He's willing to risk
setup.
a downward heavy punch, even if he gets punished, just to get that knockdown.
Oh, that is significant.
Yeah, drive rush cancel, try to back off there, baiting a throw bait or even an amnesia.
And you can see the priority for Chris Wong, right? He wants control just in case DCQ wants to jump out with a normal and also build up that drive gate jet gen for possibly an approach with drop rush for DCQ a little bit more active.
No perfect parry on the charge, heavy flash now. There's a crouching hard Chantier because we seldom see Chris Wong go for that jump. When he does land it, it pays off big. Still trying to get that drive rush cancel, and this is what we're talking about. This is exactly what we were talking about. He's got to be careful and try and harass him with
2-4 for the overhead attempt. DCQ making it hurt. A lot of damage inbound. Set him back near full screen in the mid-range too. Now he has to respect that departure.
Well, I like that he's going to automatically detonate, but he needs to walk forward and gain some ground because Swan can basically eliminate the ground he's covered in a blink of an eye.
That
drive rush cancel.
Reaching so far, and I like that. Just enough damage for DCQ now on the board. His life is on the line, at least from the winner's side. No reaction for the drive for couch jab. DCQ, not even worried.
Stand fears into the Torbellon. The Phantom walks away. Again, he doesn't really know range to stand up to try and whiff punish because the backwards walks for JP isn't as good as loose. JP's not a footsie character. He can swing his Ken normals, but not the time
the throw bait again!
This is huge here, and he can't make a mistake. He's got to hold Swan. He takes one grab.
That's one Spinester.
Just missed the late jump there. No crock up. Rising up there from Chris Wong, and look at the exuding such brilliant patience here. He's probably waiting for the sweep to come. That's why he's crouching.
So scary as well. The double departure right above Chris Wong. What's going to be the play? That's a forward throw to start things off. DCQ, another one. Is he going to go for a third, Jammers?
No, and that's it. He saw the back there, and here comes the juggle. Nice crouching fist. Keeps him there, puts him in, badger him with all these normals. Level 2.
This is tough. You got to hold that.
Big move. Oh, they grab. So he sacrifices level 2 just for a little bit of damage, and that's going to be the game.
That's going to be enough. That was the punish counter indeed. You saw the flash, the parry, and DCQ. I love that sequence, by the way. Risking that level 2 immediately off of the target combo, you have to force your opponent essentially to block the entire thing. But Chris Wong right now is still in a comfortable spot.
But in some departments, DCQ might have to boil things down to chance. He might have to actually walk himself to the corner, bank on a perfect parry, or even a throw of some sorts to gain that kind of put Chris Wong in the corner. He needs to limit his options there, but the round start, drive suppressor does its magic. And this is what I'm thinking about. He needs Chris Wong to come to him and turn it around. Almost got the drive rush.
Fortunate for DCQ. And the spikes do work primarily. And again, sniffing it out. He does see the departure, reacts to accordingly. Look out for the damage.
Stays there, blocking it out. Don't lose that much drive gauge, blocking 3 lights. Walks his way back to the mid-screen. He cannot with normal there. That's why he's blocked. Taking that grab. He's going to have to make a choice now.
See it. What's the decision going to be? Chris Wong, he's one drive away.
Yeah, he's trying to perfect parry a stalagmite to get in, but then DCQ's got to be careful using a phantom. Standing medium punch. Yeah, in the footsies. Can't jump either.
Excellent decision being on defense. He covers up pretty much all the phantoms that you want.
But he might need a knockdown now. I don't know how he's going to get it, but he needs to do something to force the action. But Chris Wong is crouched.
Oh my!
Almost got it.
Spinebuster again. Drive up. The throw, and he's still trying to get it. I love the timing from Chris Wong. Beating out the throw again against the machine. DCQ, a little bit of fun errors on defense.
Made him grab hot air there in that round, and it's already match point here for Chris Wong. No conversion there from the punish counter and medium kick. But again, the patience that he's exhibiting to us right now against the Purple Haze in the neutral has been absolutely phenomenal thus far. Gets a punish counter. He needs that because he was looking at the button instead. That's what Chris Wong's parrying for, so he might need to do the audacity to have a walk-up throw.
Sandwich him again. No, fake it the Phantom. Wong, no reaction to that. Anti-air, yes sir, set the double-double again.
Jump away, he's gonna go, yes, the spike
that works.
saved him.
It was still active.
He's still got a Lavuka to work with. He did build level 3 in time, but if he can close this round up by preserving his meter, this would be brilliant. And that is a punish. That was -6 block.
Oh my! DCQ, this is an excellent position for him considering the meter. He has 3 to work with. He could let off a level 2 to get all the momentum in the world off of a knockdown, but that's a big objective. He has to get 1 hit to confirm off of.
But it's way easier for Luke to get that conversion or even force some sort of action here, then force DC to make the defense, and he needs to preserve that meter as much as possible. Meter level activation, get him the Triglav. Just backs away at the moment here. Chris Wong just wait for that one opportune moment to run in, even a jump.
Yep.
A neutral jump instead, no forward jump.
It's 1 at least. There was a Phantom, that was a fake Phantom at last.
There's a jump and he got the accidental throw there regardless to catch DCQ off guard. And make it. Ooh, it's going to be huge. If he's going to convert to level 3, he can save it. He's going to save it right now.
Peppering with the lights as well. DCQ maintaining the defense, jumps out of there. It's going to be significant for Chris Wong because he is in the corner now. DCQ could deal out just as much damage, but his projectile game won't be as effective from this close.
Look at that. You see the tap parry trying to snuff out the crouching media green on the button there.
Oh,
and
boy.
And it's going to burn Chris Wong out as well. He's going to set up something nasty here, and he really needs this round. Okay.
Overhead connects, but fine.
Dashes up and gets dissipated on the departure. Just backing away here, still has that level 3. 1 button into level 3. He might be looking for the stand medium button to level 3 there, Chris Wong.
DCQ knows it as well. He can't afford to let any normals whiff. He's trying to, that was way too much.
This is too much. He's going to burn him out. He will burn him out, and he's going to have to deal with it, unfortunately. He's still got level to work with on the defense here, but he can't jump forward. It's too much of a risk to try and get that read. There's check. He's
8 seconds, by the way.
He's going to activate level 2.
Level 2.
That's going to hit him. That will hit. And he's going to get
No
full conversion.
way.
That's fine. Oh, no. He's going to hold this. That's going to be it.
Oh my God! What happened with DCQ?
He done the Triglav way too early because Luke was too high. I understand it because anybody would have done that. He done the hard part. He got the level 2 to react to the Sand Blaster. He has a +2 on block. Luke doesn't, I believe. The interesting thing will be is if Uma wants to use the fireball, how will Chris Wong try to respond? Because he hasn't really an anti-projectile outside of level 1. It could be parries and stuff. We've got to test Uma's reactions as well towards drives. We saw Chris Wong try to do that there with the suppressor, but already get hit by a fireball. Stalls up again.
Already checking the lows, just to see some of the patterns our Uma was up until this point. Chris Wong dishing out the damage, opting to go for the advantage, and a little bit of a stutter. The delay on the crouching dab with everything. But now Chris Wong has a lot of room to work with to build up with that drive gauge. And you know Uma's going to be stepping on the gap every single time to close that gap significantly.
Well, he's got to be careful when he throws the fireball and just to drive rush after it, because Chris Wong tries to get perfect parry or walk forward. Yeah, he can actually try and check drive rush, the subsequent drive rush, I should say. But he gets an abundance of damage there into the backdash, but no punish there from Uma. Oh, okay, that worked.
That was a juggle.
Okay, prompt juggle there. Wow. I've never seen that before, but it worked. Improvised, worked out. And he misses his, he missed something. That was an execution error from Chris Wong. He's not happy. And you can tell on his facial expression when he makes an execution error.
That's the second time he's done that on the big stage, by the way. Even within the top.
Good, okay, trading with the fireball and then the chase down there to the conversion for the level 1, which pushes Wong in a dangerous spot. Unless he has other plans.
Who's more dangerous? The person applying the media or the person who's loaded with an OB?
Maybe Phenom was right all those years ago.
He was. I still think he was. He is.
Good block, he anticipated it. He probably tried to bait something else. But Uma thought he was looking to do something else. That's why he went to the anti-throw.
Oh, man, that was such a sharp angle. Couldn't get the uppercut.
He's not going to drive reversal. He can't, and he did a delete jab. He was anticipating that, understanding the situation, awareness, and he will catch
thought
him.
you could let the fireball ring with a level 3? If there's anything that's anti-fireball, it is definitely that.
Well, he's still alive here. What's the risk going to be from Uma? He's still in Feng Shui, by the way, so he can take advantage of this, but it's about to completely dissipate. Backs away. And he's low on dive gauge. No resources for the tank, so he goes for a dive kick instead. He's trying to avoid the chip. He was trying to avoid a chip scenario. And Chris Wong telling you, his situational awareness and understand when people want to do something, bait something from him. He's not biting, man. I'm telling you, so difficult to fish out the sea.
Had Uma gone for just anything on the ground, he would have gotten OW with that first trouble, and he possibly would have died from chip.
Well, takes the grab one time, walks into the fireball there, playing it safe, gets a punish. He's been actually handling those through hustles really well. The Tessin Renantia.
Great control thus far in the corner from Uma.
Okay, to drive reversal. An offensive one at that as well. Keep him marshaled in the corner. You got to be careful with whiffing some of those buttons, man. Chris Wong is pouncing and ready. He'll burn himself out if he has to.
And I like the presence of the mind, Chris Wong, just to throw out some of the sand blasters, while Uma created space after that roundhouse, but now, again, the big risk paying off.
These have been out of character uppercuts. They've actually been successful thus far. I'm not going to lie. I'm not used to seeing Chris Wong play this risky, but he doesn't want to be trapped in the corner for too long while his drive gauge is regenerating. Checks him out. There you go. Safe cancel.
Perfect. Gets us through.
Oh, and he got
How
him.
often have we seen that? We've seen Nephi do that a couple of times.
And that could have been the round.
That was it. Uma did not commit to the rest of that string. That was a counter hit as well.
He's got a guess for game, and he blocks. He's still got level 1. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to try and do that level 1 against the Sandblaster again. Chris Wong is highly attentive towards that, and this is what I was talking about.
No, but he didn't get the last bit of it. Uma saved by the grace of Jury's fireball. It crept up on Chris Wong. Despite Jury getting blasted, that's still going to be the round for Uma as it crept up.
If you cannot tell me that was not fortuitous, that was not a happy accident, the best happy accident we'll probably get at the tournament, I don't know what to tell you, mate. How about that? Vulcan Blast not doing its duties because one of the best fireballs, one of the slowest fireballs, saving the day for Uma. Chris Wong now, he could be belligerent, he could still be calm, stick to plan A because he didn't play bad in that set.
Not at all.
It's just that fate was not in our hand. The game just had other ideas.
Sometimes game wins for you. It's not in your control anymore.
Sometimes you can play well and you'd still lose. Stores up. Again, the fireball has been the bane of his existence. It's played an integral part thus far. Speaking of which,
back-to-back punish counter Uma making the right choices.
DI will defense. Big damage here for Chris Wong. Is he going to uppercut again or leave it? No, he tried to escape this time round, but it's still not working out. He's going to change up the option.
Also checking with the heavy punch in case Chris Wong tried to leave again with movement with the quick parry.
The confidence to even do that. What he was doing against ECQ before, and he tried.
That's not what he wanted at all, but it's totally fine. It put him in a very awkward situation. That Uma, Chris does get the big counter. Tencent ring close to burnout.
He's trying to chase him down as well. Yeah, he tried to cut his approach so he can actually try and burn him out with a button instead. Didn't quite work out. And now Chris Wong's being slippery. That was touch. A bad fireball. That was an unfortunate fireball. He thought Uma was going to stay feet firmly planted on the ground, but it didn't work out. Not because of the intensity of the situation. Looking for it. He's so lucky that connected on the latter act. 2 friends, and it did. No charge on the light flash knuckle.
A little bit too close to the corner. I totally respect Chris Wong trying to go for it anyway with the light flash knuckle. Maybe change it up with an uppercut to damage, but either way, damage is damage. And speaking of, now Uma, he tried to advance a little bit.
Try to wake up with an option here and gets the grab. Uma hasn't done a DP, and he's going to actually go under the Sandblast again with the Super 1 and chase him down because he has to stay hot on the drive gauge. And perfect parry optimization's coming through.
One more sequence, even after his throw. Chris Wong, he's going to be in hot pursuit after the... What in the world? He still managed to sneak in that cross jab is Uma.
Uma doing the business here. Low on drive gauges Chris Wong, unless he gets a conversion for saving grace. If he has to burn himself out with a hook or by crook to get the round, he will do so. And he still reserves his level 3. Gets him down there. Good perfect parry into the surprise throw. Still looking for a hit confirms Chris Wong on one of those mediums.
Oof. Confirm off of that. Medium punch doing all the work right now. Opts for the damage, dashes up, creates that space. Now we're back mid-screen. A Sandblast ring out Uma. He's challenged with the fireballs, but Chris Wong now he is encroaching on that space where it's awkward. The mediums to connect.
I like that he's moved closer as well because you can't do the level 1 at that range. You can't humanly react to that unless you're superhuman. Shout out to Nephi for even showing me that.
I mean, if he does it, I feel like I wouldn't be too surprised. He's on the grand stage right now.
Backs away. I thought he was going to go for a grab there, but Chris Wong gets the day jab, and he's respecting the fireball and creates some space for Uma to work with. He checks a drive rush, and I think he's going to have to convert to level 3. Let's find out.
You already know it. So this isn't going to kill necessarily, but it leads for a very, very tough situation for Uma to even combat on against.
Uma's got to play it safe here because even if he makes the defensive choice, it might not work out. Oh, and there's the parry.
No. Not here. He's still got parry on deck. And this could be disastrous.
Feng Shui.
Into the Feng Shui engine.
Interesting. He wants to beat.
He's so ridiculous when it comes to his game sense. He's fully aware of what Uma wants to entice him with. And he's like, you know what? No buy.
I don't blame him for that Feng Shui because Chris Wong was in the ambit as a drive gauge, and we talked about how brilliant Jury is at harassing you and inflicting that drive gauge damage, really forced him to making a choice. He tried to opt for a jump, sneaking some damage beforehand, but Chris Wong calmly walked under him and got around there. And off to a fine start here, Uma in this third game. Okay, gets the 3P into the uppercut. Drive reversal, keep it offensive. What a
call out. Oh, but he missed the flash knuckle. Interesting. He still chose to drive her backwards, even after walk.
All right, it's the fireball pressure here, and Chris Wong tried to steal a turn there, but didn't quite work out. Still get 2-piece, and then the DI, and gonna keep it meterless here because he wants to regenerate as much drive gauge as possible. And it finally...
God, Uma calling it right. He's been going for the anti-throw tech 20 times over throughout this set. The one time Chris Wong had that intuition to maybe neutral jump, gets blown up for it.
But I think he was actually still looking for a throw stubbornly.
Yeah.
But it just worked out. Already gets a drive impact against Chris Wong's sequence. And here comes the Feng Shui engine. He can look to burn him out here. And there it is. Chris Wong still has a level 1 if he doesn't get this wrong.
Good block on the overhead. Tried to steal his turn back though. Got a counter hit.
Still threatens the stun because he's in level 2 and it's about to completely evaporate that bar.
That's the third time over Uma's lock control in the corner. He recovers so well. What was that noise?
Yo, that was sick. Got a bait of throw, not doing it. Be careful.
How many times? When have you ever seen that from Chris Wong? The whiff fierce. Uma keeping it calm, getting the light.
Remember, he's feeling the pressure here. They're playing for a better position to earn themselves a boatload of cash. So even then,
multiple boats.
Multiple boats. Multiple warehouses, maybe. I don't know.
If anything.
There's a plethora of options. Maybe a treasure trove. Who knows?
Maybe in California.
I know that's high here, but...
We can talk about that median later. Anyways.
That's away. And then a perfect parry there and gets the late crouching medium punch. He will flash knuckle his way to corner. Oof. I expect that he didn't try and check that there, but he gets the snapback target combo into the leg jab, OD flash knuckle.
Light uppercut still gets the advantage. 10-10 ring OD from Uma.
Is that the first one?
I don't think it's the first one.
My recollection could have been, but these matches happen so fast, and he gets the drive rush cancel off the first hit, the stand medium kick, because if that was second hit, I don't think he would have been able to special cancel. So he's back. Fireball away, keeps him in block stun for a little amount of time with that Sandblaster.
So intimidating from this space, right under the timer, right? That's exactly where you want to be to keep that control against the opponent.
Oh no! Blocked it out. He's still got. They both still got supers. Please do not be. Please delete your fireballs. Please. Oh my word. Please, I'm scared.
I'm scared for you. You're freaking me out,
one wrong fireball, you guys are done. He's gonna chip him out.
To be fair, dude, how many times did Chris Wong throw out that fireball? He was showing he was gonna have courage to intimidate Uma with that. He had level 2 loaded. He had 2 level 1s loaded, I should say.
Intimidation was the correct word for that scenario here, and he beats him to punch with the crouching medium punch over Jury's standing hard punch.
Just within the range to get the sequence.
Ooh, he got up, crouching medium. He got the right read on wake up, but didn't commit to the cancel. So Chris Wong is going to punish him for his troubles. And he jumped.
You saw the awareness to the parry, just in case of the safe jump scenario off the jump fierce.
I love he backed away out of respect for that fireball. Still could do something here. One check, one crouching punch. We'll close out this round. Ah, there it is.
You are truly Nostradamus, I gotta say. That was actually beautifully placed from Chris Wong. Timing immaculate yet again in terms of the placement of the car medium.
It's the patience Chris Wong exudes in general, but because the fireball's there, it's like he's comfortable with the timing, waiting for it to evaporate right in space, and he knows that Uma is in a position where he wants to throw out blocks. So you try and challenge that, and as Ringe would say, the money button is doing its work. It's getting paid overtime with the money in front of us here, but I'm telling you.
So what happens now? We're stuck at 2-2 between Chris Wong and Uma. Do you think there's going to be a little bit of a change of aggression at the start of the round?
It could be, but it's harder to read Chris Wong's wake up.
You know. Wait! What happened?
Oh, well, okay, here comes the perfect parry part game. Here we go. It got him catching the delayed buttons there instead of delayed protect. Either way, it worked out. I love that he throws out the OD Sandblast to stop the fireball. Parry's in there. Good pressure here. Chris Wong, make your choice, and he's still blocking out here before he has to take a risk. Perfect parry.
Side switch?
No.
No, he's going to go for the damage he usually does when you watch his YouTube.
Well, now we're in Capcom Cup. There's a lot of money on the line.
Wow.
Oh, is that? That's -3 on block, so he's fine at that range there. Luckily, he didn't go for an immediate tap parry after that block roundhouse.
And that was the beginning of it, too, so it's cancelable.
He should have put himself out and gone for the level 1. I hope he doesn't rue that decision. Oh boy.
And Chris is in
Oh
glitching.
boy. Still low on drive gauge. Here's Chris.
He's chilling. He's looking for a moment to cancel.
He's
Uma
super
building
good.
his gauge right back up. The dash! She moves so quickly that if you blink, it's pretty much over and done with. But with the fastest dash in the game, taking full advantage of that, I don't think we've had that option up until this point.
Boy, it's good. Ultra David talks about all the time. Glad that the high-level players do not get caught by suppressing that fashion anyway. What is my thought process? Wake up the late jab.
Nice robbery.
And no feng shui, but he's going to use the OD projectile as a barrier to close the gap. But Chris Wong needs some space, and he jumps away with the jump medium punch this time. How's he going to activate feng shui engine?
Gotta be after the next block string, perhaps.
That's what he might be looking for, but he wants the burnout first. There, he wants the burnout. Now he might try and go for it, unless Chris Wong wants to burn him out.
This is a tough spot. Even for Uma, I think it's gonna be just fine if he gets that feng shui first. Just out of range! The perfect punish, countercross medium punch, bringing up. It's time to take him down to Memphis.
That was precise spacing on point, and his reward is his drive gauge completely refreshed to allow him to get the conversion necessary to put him in the driving seat, to put him in grand finals win side, and he starts off firing on all cylinders.
Oh, he dropped it.
Uma.
Game fight on for both. The pressure was
No,
on.
that
Uma.
was too expensive. That was such an extortionate amount of meter. And he's going to activate the Feng Shui to make amends. And he's going to block out here. Yep, he's going to block everything until the necessary moment. I saw that perfect parry. That was sneaky.
Man, it's so scary to even try to attempt a drive reversal against the feng shui. Punish counter. Feng shui no longer a factor. The backdash ring. He dropped the flash knuckle again.
That was huge because Uma has actually got him in a conducive spot here. Just take some big risk. Tried to take the risk with the jump. Didn't quite work out there. And that could have, oh, that didn't look possible. But the back row here, Chris just needs one buffer into the one.
And you saw him buffering away already.
Let's throw. He needs to close. He needs to keep him close. He can't throw him again unless it's in the corner. Oh, it's that medium punch, no super.
No anti-air here. The intimidation factor is there, Uma. He's still trying to close the gap against Chris Wong, still in burnout, not until the moment.
The dry gauge is back, so he's going to look for another candle instead. Sit out here,
The
staggered bites.
defense from Uma. The perfect parry. We gotta go into feng shui.
Right.
Coast to coast.
He has to play it safe and go for the safe jump. Do not try any gimmick. Just do the safe jump, please. Thank you. There we go. Still applying the pressure. Blocks the fuzzy. He didn't commit to the dive kick. He's still alive. Can he tip him out? And there you have it. Uma with the tip sequence. Feng Shui engine peppering his opponent and allows him to create the necessary scenario, puts him in the grand final of winner's side. That's what you need by determination. That's what you need by resilience. And boy, does Uma show it there. That is a deadly piece of play.
I'm loving that. Him making that.
All an odd $200,000 to $300,000 on the table. So it's a little bit different this time.
This is the money match right here for sure. Within the top three, no doubt. Here we go. It's losers finals. Chris Wong versus Gachiku in game one.
Chris Wong might play this a little bit different as opposed to what NL was doing there. He might walk in that medium range and then get the cancel. So Gachikun's button choices up close are going to be significant, and already pops out OD spinning mixer, but the overhead gets checked. God. Yeah, these guys are going to be fine on all cylinders.
And you already see it, the hammer of justice pounding away the damage.
Get hit with the bonk. There you go. All right, there goes the three-piece there. Try to press a stand hard punch, but identified, gets perfect parry, and that will close out round one for Chris Wong in this losers final.
It felt a very standard set play type scenario. As soon as Chris Wong got that first open, that is for sure. And guess what? The hard knockdown gives him the exact scenario again, but great defense from Gachiku. And you see it, man. He is hammering away with that crouching medium punch, forcing Gachiku to press the button. And guess what? The button does hit, allowing for the ESR setup pretty close.
He's one of the best people at dealing with the ESR, but let's see. He's going against the specialist, and he gets opened up with the English bite. He mitigated the damage, though. That's fine. And he reversals with the uppercut.
Gachiku no longer has to take any really big risks considering the life. But man, he
With
still
punish.
tried to get in with that roundhouse. He was trying to check Chris Wong's approach.
That could be the round.
It's gotta be. It's already past. He's already been in the yellow. It's past 50% of the drive gauge. It's time to go to Memphis yet again.
There you have it. Game one, Chris Wong. He's definitely got to be careful with his button choices. Up close to mediums, he's ready. When he moves himself out range, he wants the stand roundhouse, especially the stand roundhouse. Crouching heavy punch, stand heavy punch to whiff. So it could be super scary to play that game with Chris Wong in terms of the footsie battle. No whiff punish to the stand medium punch. That could have been hit by anything there. Still waiting and adjusting the spacing. Micro steps unnecessary.
Slowly building that gauge back from both ends. Chris Wong steadily creeping up. Gotchgoon, yeah, he sees the crouching medium punches backing away. The suppressor, they clip whatever counter hit poke, whatever counter poke, excuse me, that Gotchgoon won't get out. Flash knuckle, fireball into the upper.
Still dealing with it, gets a delayed protect there.
You thought you can dash?
Well, has to run in and take his Oki there. Good prepare from Chris Wong. He's got a very firm understanding and confident in how to deal with Rashid's Oki situation, because Rashid has the best Oki in the game. So waiting it out there. Yeah, he wants Chris Wong to whiff a button, but he's being patient, slowly working him down.
Oh, that was at the perfect timing for counter hit. Gotchgoon.
Yep.
Not going to be overzealous with it. He understands what he has in drive gauge. He's going to be from that spacing game pretty well. Perfect parry on up. Forward throw. Doesn't have level 2 just yet, but he's going to be building up little by little.
I love the bait there. Get the dash and super patient there. And he's going to get the counter hit conversion into the stand beam kick to close out that round again. He's got to go through some of the best loops in the world. He's done it with NL. And it's going to be an arduous task against Chris Wong.
Team swiping away already. Gotchgoon at that max range to get the crouching heavy punch. Chris Wong. Now he's steadily creeping. That's the second time he's gone that opener against overhead.
That's the button he really needs to use against Rashid's tool set. He gets a throw bait here, so how is Gotchgoon going to respond? Wait.
That's the second time he's answered with the with button against the safe jump scenario.
And the perfect parry, and he went for a crouch face instead of a stand medium punch. I guess he wanted to take more drive gains than possible, but he can burn him out here, and he will do that with Altair. And we'll burn him out. That means he's got no level 2. But that's fine, because he's actually in a highly beneficial scenario here. Near the corner, burn him out. Gets the stun.
So sneaky.
Now, can he get the round is the question. He's going to have to do the sky high, and he's going to burn it out. Heavy spinning extra should do it.
And it's just enough damage towards the tail end of that as well. You know, you're looking at that situation exactly. Chris Wong had 3 bars to his game. Even if he managed to mash out of a string, or at least before the DI had hit, sure, it'll take out a lot of damage, Gotchgoon, but I think in that scenario with Chris Wong down 3 whole bars, Gotchgoon would have been totally fine with it. Hence why the risk he was taking with the guy.
Well, it's fine. It's only one apiece right now. That's the scores on the doors. Walked away there, the micro walk back and get the huge punish, only for trying to throw his opponent into a nice 30% there. Nice. Incorrect challenge at the frying pan and into the fire. And he hits it and delayed back throw. He thought he was going to tech Chris Wong though. Ooh, did he get it?
Oh, no!
Oh dear, he's going to go for a tricky setup. He can DI off this, so he's going to be tricky with it. He's going to do Arabian Cyclone instead because he doesn't want to go for the early stun. He threatened the stun. There's a throw.
Tried to press the button afterwards. Saw the counter hit. Still gets him grounded. More than enough in the tank. Gotchgoon securing the first round of game 3.
And when he does the dash up and medium kick, he's like +1 or +2 in burnout. That's why it's actually legitimate pressure to deal with. And here comes Yasar. Double back dash just for reassurance, just in case. And a little bit more space to work with.
I'm too scared to even see anybody to jump out of there, but the defense, let's see it. Early drive reversal against the enhanced mixer.
Well, forced him to spend his drive gauge because now he's near burnout, so he's going to have to cancel into the level 3. Yes. Yeah. So, depending on how this round goes, what you can do there to force you to spend your drive gauge, only to make you spend resources or expend them elsewhere, was pretty smart. Still got low on drive gauge, perfect.
The big drop, a very significant drop. His counter against the flat knuckle. Gotchgoon actually in a very, very good space to get level 2 yet again.
Backdash.
Looking for the knockdown.
He did in a mixer. He hesitated. I think it was a good decision. And second,
so
Yasar. Good
Chris
lord,
Wong.
where did he cut that up from? True blockchain.
He's got all the sin in the world around him. Oh.
Kick away. That could have been a round. He committed to 2 jab vicious. Oh,
no way! No way is enough damage! And it just is Chris Wong surviving for the rest of this game, tying up 1 round apiece, 1 game apiece. There it is, the magic button. Crouch medium punch, getting the big punch counter in the corner. You go, Gotchgoon, what's the answer? Wake up punch yet again, stand jab. Not intimidated by Chris Wong's presence in the corner.
He was staggering, hoping Chris Wong would block, then try to open him up with something later, but Chris Wong just got hit by them. Tenuous damage, not a problem. Still trying to click overhead with the crouching mid punch because he doesn't go airborne until later in the animation. So still being persistent with that crouch medium. 1 more medium attack cancel should do the trick.
See the stagger. Gotchgoon backing away.
With a button gag. Oh,
he literally just did. For who now, Jammer? For whose sake?
I bit my tongue because I was about to get sacked.
You know,
You're just fine. Recovery. Good recovery from Chris Wong as well, making it hurt against Gachikun. You just said it. You are not allowed to whiff a button against a man who has some of the best whiff punish normals in the game.
That was rough, but he's still in this fight here. He can smell it. He can smell it.
Too wild for me right now, Jam. I need you to tone it down. Chris Wong up one game against Gachikun.
See if he starts here again. Hopefully not super deterred by what's happened in the neutral when he's with buttons and so on and so forth. He's tried overhead as well, but Chris Wong just being resilient and checking everything. Laser focus on point with that stuff in the neutral, that mid-range game.
Jesus.
I'm telling you, he has such a great understanding, good confidence and matchup knowledge.
Oh, the Lord actually pays out. So within range, Chris Wong, maybe thought he could advance forward. The overhead meaty enough to get the link off of the set jab.
Yeah.
OD rips out. Very, very rare from Chris Wong.
He denied that momentum changer there for Gachikun. They go back full screen. Throw out a couple of whirlwind shots. Still trying to get... And this is what's interesting with Chris Wong. He'll try and walk forward and perfect parry the whirlwind shots instead of jump, because that's the low risk, and it can actually turn into a high ward in terms of positioning anyway. Still can't whiff a button.
Speaking of position, Gachikun tries to still keep that space against Chris Wong. Maybe he's looking for a drive perhaps, but he's not going to be whiffing buttons soon. He paid for it in the last game, and you see the different approach. Absolutely going to be standing okay up until this point. As long as you're within range, Chris Wong will definitely attempt check your walk back.
And there's a spinning mixer, but there's no Isar to cover the tracks, and he's going to take the round. He has to take the round from this Tempest Moon into the speed kick. He did need to do that, but that was fine. I will take that. I don't know if he could have got the pickup on the medium spinning mixer, but just for reassurance, he spent the bar. Wow. And I'm only talking about that because he's given up your Isar materially, but he gets the anti-air and he flips out.
I just heard someone scream in the crowd after that with Jesus.
There you go, backs away, gets the back throw here, does Chris Wong, and he'll chase him down by being
the perfect parry too into the roundhouse. I didn't even know he had enough time for it. Jeez.
Trying to perfect parry overhead. Still trying to get in that range to stop Gachikun doing anything with a medium attack. Oh,
and you saw it. Yeah, Gachikun tried to press the button on the way down. Chris Wong letting the ring with the fierce, no stagger. He's walking back and forth.
Yeah,
Gachikun is absolutely not fighting. That's the second time, the second instance he's caught Chris Wong trying to walk back and tease.
He got to summon the whirlwind shortly. There we go.
It's going to be here. It's our time. The turbulent winds are coming.
Don't go forward. Don't
better seek shelter. Category 5.
Block it out. True block string. Good patience there from Chris Wong, and that could be blocked. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. He took it down more. We saw the note of approval in the black cam from Gachikun, and he said, "All right, I see you." And again, that's not a crazy choice because that puts him, that propels him to match point. That's going to put him in grand finals.
Gachikun's got one bar to his name. A little bit closer to that possible win condition. If he can land a proper sequence, he already got the punish counter. He got to throw.
Backdashes again. His defensive choices and knowing what high-level players want to do at specific situations has been phenomenal there. He dashes right after that throw tech. Commit to the eagle spike. He's got it to the whirlwinds. He's got to do it.
Put Gachikun over the edge against Chris Wong. Still has a little bit left.
Got to get another one. Yeah, he's just going to let it linger there. It's going to linger for a little bit longer, and he gets hit with the Gatling gun. Whirlwind shot to close the gap. That was the OD version as well with the projectile priority.
We're going to a final game, ladies and gentlemen. Gachikun riding all of the momentum of the wind, establishing that dominance with the lock lead, getting himself another lifeline and the shot into grand final seat with Chris Wong. He's got some time to adjust.
Ruminating as much as possible, taking that breather. You know what's amazing about this tournament? This is the most I've seen players just not hit the rematch button. I wonder why. Strange, isn't it?
With this on the line, I really don't hate them.
Interesting.
From earlier on in top 16, there was plenty of matches instantly, but
they know what they're doing. Oh boy, that's a huge damaging combo there for Chris Wong, and he will flash knuckle his way to the corner once again and beat a delayed button. Comes away.
Yeah, not his turn anymore, so he has to back off, but still the counter. You saw Chris Wong getting to possibly press some medium punch. Got him into the punch, safe jump to the throw. The defensive choices from Chris Wong have been so on point, at least for this round. And look at how much life lead he has. He could take risks if he wanted to and throw out a normal, but going to be Sandblast. That's still a risk in and of itself at that range. That's going to be totally fine as he puts himself in match point again.
Chris Wong, 1 round away from being in the grand final, but what a check there on the drive rush once again. Stayed in front. It looked like that was a back as he tried to run away from. Taking the damage each and every time. And a check. And he knows that distance where people just want to do an arbitrary drive rush to change up things in the neutral. And he will save himself from being burnt out. It's not going to get complicated yet. Gachikan, can't say the same. Overhead, that's what he wanted.
There is a moment for Gachikun to get. Oh no! That's it! Chris Wong eliminates Gachikun with a well-placed normal into the drive rush and more than enough damage. He's going back in to face off against Uma.
Anyway, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. In the collect the necessary information. Hopefully his RAM and his processing speed are good enough in the mental computer of his.
You could say the same for Chris Wong. I feel like in the longer set with a Luke, the more dangerous he becomes. So let's see it. Here we go. Grand finals time. Uma versus Chris Wong, game 1.
Already an accidental overhead there, and the fireball did stop drive rush in his checks here. So I want to see what Chris Wong adaptation he's going to learn on the fly, because he had no real time to think about this. He had to make that loser's run. Going against difficult opponents. It's the anti-air there, there's Uma.
A very, very deep uppercut to catch the anti-air. And speaking of catching enough normal crouching medium punch, hitting more than enough damage towards the end of the flash knuckle sequence spine buster. That's 1.
Gets the drive rush into the throw for the position advantage there. Almost to get the perfect parry on the slow moving fireball there. Oof, no cancel. I think Uma jumped out of his seat. And that's going to be the round there. Take it away. Doesn't even need to spend any super, because a perfect light flash knuckle will take that first round here in the grand final.
And with this run back, you can expect Chris Wong coming with a different approach. Oh, but that was a huge error. That had to be a little overlap to try to get the upcut.
Give him the benefit of the doubt. He definitely didn't want that for sure, but he will make amends. It's what Chris Wong is excellent at doing when he blunders in any sort of execution error. Then there's a forward throw there, gets the punish counter and the mid gain. Drive reversal. He's trying to activate something there, but it didn't quite work out. Uma.
Very deep 10-10 win, and there's going to be huge feng shui engine. What's the defensive choice going to be like for Chris Wong? He's sitting down, he's keeping steady.
Oh, the double, that was huge!
What a pickup from Uma off the anti-air on the same side. Still great block from Chris Wong, but life is winding down, and so is the feng shui.
But this is what he wanted to target in and get the throw. That was not a punish though. And on the overhead, he's trying to get a perfect parry instead. Can he burn him out? The combo should do it. No! He didn't want to burn him out. He's saying it because he wants to take the game. Oh, damn, that stare down. That respectable, wild stare down there from the 2. Staggers the light, gets the grab.
No shot.
Perfect parry.
Ain't no way you're trying to do that at the last second. Uma completely ready for it. In fact, that's what he did towards the last end of the first set with winners finals against Chris Wong.
Dude, the fact that he's ready and calm to do that at this late stage in the tournament, props to him, man. So many people would have capitulated in that scenario. And there's a DI.
A very rare drop from Chris Wong. This is going to be everything for Uma. He might the burnout. He does secure it.
This is why I think Feng Shui is pretty decent. He gets the fuzzy jump medium punch. The anti-air as well. He's got to do this. He's going to harass him to hell. They go to the stand medium punch. There's a forward throw. Throws it out just in case he's going to check with something else, but it didn't quite work out. There's a delay, and here comes Pale Rider. It's going to fully refresh that 5 meter there for Chris Wong.
There's a difference. It is critical territory. Chris Wong, what are you going to do on offense? You have your gauge back now.
Block on the overhead. No on drive gauge. He's trying to run away, so he has at least 2 bars to work with for something, Uma. 1 drive rush cancel from either of them will do the trick.
You see the patience from the fans. That was a little scary. And a little bit of the step 2. Chris Wong. Immaculate spacing to get the stutter against Uma. That was off of a crouching light kick.
Well, this is the big thing, especially at this late stage and high level of the game. Your drive rush cancels from lights are such a turnaround. They are such a pivotal thing to use because it could go into heavies because of the extra frame advantage you can work with. And that's what's been saving Chris Wong time and time again. There's a drive impact there, and he's going to go for the jump conversion instead. This is a pretty decent damaging conversion there from Uma.
Oh, that was slightly delayed. You see the counter hit as well. Uma dash up again, enforcing the point with those lights, or excuse me, with pressure instead. Forward throw, cross counter. No,
well,
okay.
he still got it.
That was actually so slick for Uma to go for the crouch heavy punch anti-air. Nothing too committal with Sen Rin, right? Because Swung had the option to go for the air flash knuckle.
Slowing it down there, throws out an OD5 in the neutral. Chris Wong still trying to do it, and it looked like crouch fierce drop rush cancel. I think that was the one I saw. There's a delay, blocking it out here. Is Uma trying to get out of the corner here. There's a neutral jump. He's got to be careful as well. Still holding it down, trying to find drive rush cancel in some way, and luckily the Stork stopped that. But Chris Wong capitalized on the whole scramble.
Very deep in that safe jump hammer. At the same time, so deadly. Trying to guess.
And the counter DI for the round. That's going to be brilliant. And we've got to give props because the prior sequence, he actually allowed Uma to get a regular jump, but he thought he would do something else like the sharp tune earlier today. And he was able to block it out and get punched before he had to do that counter DI interaction.
Very high in risk from above. Let's see if Uma ever goes to that tact again. In the meantime, let's take a look at Chris Wong away. He's controlling the... Oh, what in the world? You react to the flash knuckle?
Oh, that was beautiful. That was actually beautiful.
That it was beautiful.
Oh,
sure.
so was that. Perfect parry. Puts him in the corner, could burn out. And that's why he's trying to avoid getting burnt out. You're going to have to make a choice. Do it on your own volition. Oh no, never mind. Chris Wong's going to do it for you. He's going to confiscate your drive gauge with the racer. They're going to get a nice little oak situation here.
What a read defensively. It's going to be the feng shui engine. Let's see what Uma can make out of this. The corner carry, significant as well.
Oh, yeah, that was hot air. He didn't have anything. He didn't have any
sword. Circle Haji to the tank, and also 0 life left. Chris Wong with dominating 2-0 thus far. Well, I wouldn't say dominating. It was actually pretty close in rounds well. But 2-0 nonetheless for the side of Chris Wong. One more win for him will reset bracket. But we'll see if Uma has something to say about it.
But what does he do at this point? He's actually done all he can. But again, the damage disparity between these two characters, it's not night and day, but it's something close. And sometimes you have to overextend to even force a Luke player to be galvanized into doing something they don't want to. And Chris Wong, his mental fortitude right now is amazing to see. Let's see if Uma can turn this around. Stand fierce to the drive rush cancel. He will get that knuckle conversion across the screen. Ooh. Tries to bait something there. I love the high-level play doing drive rush cancel into specials, even if it helps level up something there.
What a snipe out too with the heavy. Chris Wong immediately seeing green, immediately pass on to red for Uma. A lot of damage coming in. Yeah, he's gonna be thinking about this as well. He was looking forward to that fireball. He was trying to escape, but that roundhouse chase down after the drive rush. Sneaking in the drive impact as well. Sen Rin, what are you gonna do about it?
Back dash there, and he didn't do the jazz, but he gets a second chance, and that missed. The heavy release missed, and it's gonna be blocked.
That's gonna be parried. Even more so. Uma with the retaliation on the board. First round of game 3.
Oh,
damn.
I like that. He immediately stopped the momentum to stop the drive rush check from the crouch. Medium punch there from Luke Uma. But again, dashes into danger. And again, trying to go for the anti. They haven't been working against Chris Wong. I noticed against Chris Wong, they haven't been working, and he tried to make amends, but it didn't work out. And Chris Wong is going to build abundance of super meter here, but he's going to do a jump instead and deal with this honest way. Oh, wow.
I was going to ask, does Chris Wong force the critical arc out of Uma with the drive impact? No, instead, still manages to clip him. I was talking about in the corner, right? You have a character in bout, you have such a significant life lead, and there's a critical arc stock. I was wondering if Chris Wong would have gone to that decision. But either way, that's all said and done with. Into the next round, Uma so sitting at 3 bars, Chris Wong at 2.
Great defensive sequence there from Chris Wong to regain the drive gauge lead here, and he's just waiting. Anything, some movement to react to. Rotic again. Almost got the drive light punch there. Didn't quite work out. I see Men RD that a fair bit. He was talking about that earlier in the hotel. Got him.
But even more so, excellent reactions against the drive rush medium punch coming in from Uma.
That's not what he wanted. I'm not sure if that could be punished by a light attack.
Again,
but anyway,
he went well either way. Chris Wong making sure it hurts the next time around.
Dear.
Speaking of making it hurt.
Getting a bit scrambly, he's going to get punished and he's going to be burnt out here. So his drive gauge will be suspended.
Are the nerves playing a factor against Uma?
Let's See, he's going to use a super to get out of there. Chris Wong will do death by 1,000 cuts. He will threaten that stun. It is a low-hanging fruit. Waits
That's
there.
it! The spine buster! Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to a reset. Chris Wong resetting it in emphatic fashion. 3-0 against Uma. What are you gonna do now?
That's the question here. Taking a sip of the water, staying hydrated. Stay hydrated, gamers at home. That is super important here. I think even because it was 3-2 in the winner's final, that could have gone either way. I think after that point, he said, okay, I know what I must do if I get my potential run back, which that has come to fruition here. Dominate fashion in this first half in the grand final. So this is our final 3 games here at Capcom Cup 10. Somebody is earning $1 million after this first 3. I am so glad we are commentators because I would not want to do this.
I felt under pressure the moment I walked through the door. Remember, that's why I'm not a player. So, let's see. The beginning of the end. All tied up again. Losers bracket for both here in the grand finals. Uma now brought down to Wong's level.
See, fires on all cylinders right now, and he goes for second pressure here. Loses a lot of drive gauge in the process. For something, and a hard read there with the jump. He wasn't doing that in the first game, and that was a read on the Sandblaster for sure. I saw a back there from Chris Wong that gets punched. He's going for all the OD moves there. Is Uma.
Look at this.
Got to bait something.
A huge dip in aggression. Chris Wong not ready for it just yet on defense, and this is going to be great. You know, Uma, he could take this damage, but what happens after the situation with the advantage on knockdown? Excellent defensive choices, and this counter. You know what? Either way, if it was a fireball or not, even in normal, Chris Wong didn't have enough life to retaliate with TI of his own.
Well, Chris Wong reeled back in his seat because I think even he was surprised at that choice that Uma made, but he's got to switch things up, and boy, has he done, and delivered spades first round. Get the crouching medium punch there. He's looking at the conversion there. It's Chris Wong, but Uma's making blocks, so he has to change minds. Suppress it, didn't whip. Oh, the uppercut, no slam dunk there as well. Walks forward there, and then walks undone. No punish counter, but he got something to work with.
The punish counter is there. Another, actually, he's gonna back away. No big versions, thankfully for Uma's sake. It's a walk in the corner.
Well,
any big dash.
You get all the risk to work with, so I think it's safest and most conservative choice. And here comes the Feng Shui engine again, and he lets rock the delayed hit.
Oh, that was a counter. Was that delayed? Was that Uma, or was Chris Wong just really adamant about pressing the button?
Just go for safe jump there, either with the jump medium kick from the fireball to cover the engine. Still not throw in there as Chris Wong. He's not panicked yet. When he starts for second, he'll panic. He's holding down here. Uma can't take action just yet. Chris Wong knew that. That's why he's trying to make sure he does as much drive gauge damage as possible to keep him in the am. But all systems go with the green. Just wait it out here.
I think for either player, any single hit confirmed can lead to destruction, and Chris Wong is threatening that with that exact crouch medium punch within the space. He's threatening the ranges.
Still resilient on defense, soothing that patience there, and there's a trade that was fine. We can take that, but Chris Wong might try to bait him into doing a button and catch him with the second crouch medium. Let's find out.
With less than 10 on the clock, we're gonna see some really fancy movement.
Back row, I think Uma's still got the lead, and now he doesn't. Yeah, he parried with 2 seconds on the clock. That was a very interesting decision. I'm surprised about that. Got swung the round. Good pressure there. Almost in burnout in 9 seconds here is Chris Wong. He's got 2 bars, but he's been very careful. He's got to make sure sort of attack connects. No anti-air.
I totally understand that because how Uma had delayed his dive kick. I totally respect that decision from Chris Wong. And even more so, the buttons from Uma on the way out. On wake up. Oh, we got the low forward. It's time for the feng shui.
Let's play indeed. Here comes the safe jump. Oh no, he got an empty jump instead. The super gauge is actually deleting rapidly here. It's the overhead into a store, and he didn't believe in it, but it wasn't the jungle version of the Fuha store.
And he's gotten so much damage after, what, 2.5 sequences?
Still not going for the rising uppercut anti-air there, and he's just going to hold it down here. He's got to be very careful.
Ooh, that could have been whiff punish from Chris Wong.
Still blocking out here. Lovely defense here. Doesn't get the perfect parry, but yes, I'd send him away as well. I do not want to do the Chris Wong with low vitality, and he gets through it.
Wow, what a smooth criminal. This man reacted to the sandblast with a drive rush, and even more so, OD 10 rin for the invisibility. What a play from downtown.
He's lucky as well because the combination of having good hitbox on the uppercut, and it's a forward moving move.
Forward moving.
And of course having the hurtbox on the Sandblaster. It worked out for Uma there. 1-0 in this grand final reset. Thought we were actually going to see 4 from the bounce from Chris Wong. No lie. Roundhouse there, safe on block. Again, hits him with the forward. He might have to utilize that a little bit more in the neutral to kind of get Chris Wong to think about different buttons to use. He's readjusting his spacing before that button until he runs into danger there. It will be the flash knuckle conversion.
Again, the edge option for Uma. It really hasn't.
Really hasn't worked.
Any of the juries against Chris Wong specifically.
All right, that's going to be the rounds. Does he need his level 1? There, the Vulcan Blast. It's one round on the board in this game 2 of the grand final reset here. Does Chris Wong. Damn, the mental stamina these guys have is ridiculous.
I was just about to comment on that. Chris Wong still firing on all cylinders with the offensive sequence. When you get the corner pressure, what's it going to be? Uma tried to maybe walk out. You did see the low check from Chris Wong with the conversion. No, sir. No hammers here. All 10.
Nice. And there comes the fetch way again. They wanted to drive reversal because it'd be a lot of drive gauge. And he swatted him away like a newspaper to mosquito. Straight to the corner here. Lovely save up there from Uma. Drive reversal from there. This is good. Forward throw.
Even cut backdash towards the end of it, actually.
Challenge immediately after a frame advantage button there with this medium punch.
Look at the spacing. Right under the tummy right. That's the sweet spot for a lot of the players to check the defensive movers from the person in the corner. But
the jump. Oh no!
Himself in there now. Man, the bravery after that. Walk up, stand, jab. Oh, a tick throw.
Dude, that connected.
It did
crazy late there with the active frames of the stand like kick. One hit for Chris Wong should do the trick. But Uma gets the hit first. He takes the round.
And that was actually rather sneaky, right? After the stand jab, it was Chris Wong's turn to press the button, but I just didn't know what button it was. Or maybe it was too late because that immediate punch should have clipped him as a frame trap.
True. Moving on to the next round here. Drive reversal on a sand blaster. Interesting. I guess he wants the space and store up as much as possible before he goes right back in. Drive rush in there.
Wow, that was so early.
Well, these guys have actually been catching each other off guard a little bit with the really close drive rushes into mediums or lights. He can do it there, Uma. Charges up. I wonder if he tried to trick him to doing something. Not sure, but he gets a punish counter throw anyway. We're going to see a Feng Shui engine soon. And he baits him with stall. Yeah, he baits with the stall. That's huge. And he's going to do the Feng Shui engine. And it looks like, all right, he's going to go for a different conversion here instead. Let's see what tricks he got. I know this is stylist.
What a throw tech. That could have been it. He's still in dangerous territory. No overhead, please.
Nah, he's not going to do it. It won't kill either. Chris Wong, he's trying to perfect carry something to set something around. But maybe if he get in range of a throw and grab and be sneaky, but he can't. Forward throw.
Man, the slow and delicate approach. Oh, no! And there's too far from that exchange and the pushback. Chris Wong thought he could get the punish off of a -8 situation. It was too far.
I have to give credit to some of these plays because they do certain projectiles or certain attacks from very range where drive reversal, remember there's still pushback on it, right? So even then, tried to punish, didn't get it, and the guys are ready immediately to try and get button there. Spacing traps are very dangerous in fighting games these days. It's 2-0 to Uma in the reset here.
God. Is the download complete? Will he have enough in the tank mentally to secure the $1 million, or will Chris Wong have the answer? Already aggressive, he dashed up in his face with 0 reaction actually, and Chris Wong not finding the opening just yet. He's been facing off against the wall thus far.
If I ask him, I'd go bonkers, he said.
Who?
Uma. He's got one game to play around with, but again, $1 million on the line. He's trying, again, he's being a little bit more aggro with his choices.
That is a little bonkers, and we'll definitely accept that.
Away gets.
Air reset, good awareness. I love the presence of mind to jump in certain sequences.
Oh, okay. Gets the uppercut here, cancels into the level 1 to counter the
Tension
DI.
is building, ladies and gentlemen. Uma is about striking a half away from taking the first round. And yes, sir, we are going to get that stun. No, that was a crush.
Okay.
It was a crush, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Oh, and it finally worked! He got the one time he just said, forget the jumping beat, but I'm going straight to the only dive kick. He knew what risks were applied, and he takes it there, and he is on Capcom Cup 10 point. The crowd is cheering for him right now.
Let's see if he has it. That's a counter hit. Sweep and not punish. Chris Wong sweating.
And indeed, sweating buckets when he gets the conversion into the flash knuckle, chasing down for some Oki here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see an uppercut from Uma soon to even risk it, but hey, I think he knows what position he's in. Him down, jumps away, and then gets grabbed for his troubles.
Wong with hefty amount of life to take certain risks. But
Okay,
yeah,
something again.
speaking of risks, Uma was trying to bait out something, but guess what? Chris Wong was still within range to get a big damage conversion, getting himself out.
He's been doing the Fuha Saw after the drive rush on several different ranges, but I think Chris Wong's clocked onto where he's doing it from up close. Far away is a little bit from... He's definitely identifying things we go along. Whiff punish there with forward hard punch.
And it's so difficult to whiff punish that because of the startup and the speed that he needs to take.
Oh, okay. Splurged a bit too much meat and he will get punished for his troubles here. And it will be a level 3. And this is what's very good in the game. If somebody doesn't make use of their 2 bars they spent, you punish it and take as much drive gauge away as possible. Let's see what the choice is from Uma. Perfect carry. Takes
Hey,
away.
you can set up for the feng shui engine. The corner carry
Burn
is
him
going to be
out,
so
burn him out,
significant.
burn out.
So is the burnout.
He's got no resources. He's going to play with the stun. He's going to set him up for a stun scenario. Let's see what he does. This full conversion. This is the
He's
game.
dead.
He's done. I think he's done. That's it. It will be the stun. He's going to soar up. He's going to finish the combo. And ladies and gentlemen, $1 million is going to be awarded to Uma. Nobody had him on the cards to take the cup. He's represented with jewelry. He's represented Taiwan. And he will be your first $1 million champion for Street Fighter 6 here at Capcom Top 10.